Fox Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Welcome back to Philadelphia. Yankees and Phillies tonight. Giants and Eagles on a 53-degree afternoon. Eagles have won the toss. Lawrence Tynes will kick off. Ellis Hobbs back deep for the Eagles. Hobbs from the 5. And Hobbs is finally taken down by Kevin Dockery after a 35-yard return. So terrific field position for Donovan McNabb and the Eagles. Eagles without Brian Westbrook, who suffered a concussion Monday night in Washington.
Yeah, but I think the Eagles have done a great job of surrounding Donovan with more talent. In the past, when Brian Westbrook was not in the lineup, it was an issue. But now with Deshaun Jackson, Jeremy Maclin, LaShawn McCoy, I don't think this offense will struggle as much, but Donovan's got to do a good job of moving that ball around.
Eagles start from their own 40-yard line. They set up the screen to McCoy on first down, and he's into Giants territory. For the Giants, 43 on the first play from scrimmage. McCoy gains 17.
The New York Giant defense has got to be aware of this during the course of the game. The Philadelphia Eagles, in my opinion, are the best screen team in the NFL. They do it a number of different ways, and there's been a lot of talk in New York. How are we going to approach this game? Are we going to bring pressure to try and get to Donovan McNabb? If they do, they're going to have to be able to recognize screen and retrace.
I'll tell you what, LaShawn McCoy did a great job of setting it up.
Now the toss to McCoy with the fullback Weaver leading the way. Justin Tuck made the tackle, gain of 3 for McCoy as we check out the 17th ranked offense.
And they should be higher. And there's too much firepower, too many weapons. But here's the issue for the Philadelphia Eagles. The offensive line, since training camp, has struggled to find continuity. They finally got Todd Herremans back last week. He played well against Albert Haynesworth of the Redskins. So hopefully as that offensive line starts to gel, this offense will start to become more productive.
Here's the fullback, Leonard Weaver, the former Seahawk, and Weaver is going to take it all the way. 41 yards for an Eagles touchdown.
I know you have a huge smile on your face now, right now. Only the 5th carry for Weaver this year, and he takes it to the house.
Well, we mentioned a lot of those other names that have joined this Eagle offense, but I really thought Leonard Weaver was a great addition in the offseason, but he hasn't been able to find his niche. I think he's going to be a great short yardage runner, a good guy on third down passes, but he shows you right there that he's a good runner with the football.
Longest career run for Weaver. Only the 2nd rushing touchdown in 5 NFL seasons.
Bye, Bags! We love you! We love you!
I'm gonna miss them so much.
Oh, I love those bags.
I love Bags.
Bags are my life. Bags are my life. Bags are my life. Bags are my life.
Gets you right here, doesn't it? That's right.
Sure, they've got a game, but we've got a monopoly on flame-broiled taste. The quarter-pound BK double cheeseburger. More beef than McDonald's for just $1. So you don't need to own any hotels to afford one. Only at Burger King.
Coming to Blu-ray.
Somebody just hijacked Pelham 123.
You bring that money down to me.
Me?
You're taller than I thought you'd be. You're good looking, too.
Let's go.
Denzel Washington.
Get out of the way!
John Travolta.
Bring it, man!
Own the Blu-ray Tuesday. The best way to watch movies at home ever.
You probably know what kind of car you want to buy, what brand it is, what make and model. You probably even know what color. And what options? Yeah. You know what you want, but do you know why? Spend 5 minutes at HyundaiMomentum.com to see why more people are buying a Hyundai.
Bears 49ers Thursday Night Football on NFL Network.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Go to southwest.com, grab your bag, it's on.
Terrific start for the Eagles. A 35-yard return on the opening kickoff, and then Philadelphia drives 3 plays, 60 yards.
But Tom Coughlin has to be very, very upset with how his team started this game. In a divisional game, he talks about winning the physical battle. Philadelphia just goes right down the field. Field position is a big thing. So just that opening kickoff coverage unit for the Giants giving up such good field position.
Akers kick taken at the 5 by Dominic Hickson. Hickson brought down shy of the 30 by Chris Gokon.
All right, let's watch right here as Brent Selleck goes up against Justin Tuck. Watch him get a hold of his left arm right there. Now, Justin Tuck does a good job moving down the line of scrimmage, but he can't wrap up. Watch as he makes contact. He can't wrap up. Nice, sneaky little move by Brent Selleck.
Yeah, there's no one-arm tackle on a fullback like that. You need to get both hands around and get him down. Leonard Weaver did a great job of busting through a one-arm tackle.
Now the Giants start from their own 30-yard line, Goose, and Brandon Jacobs picks up a first down. Dragged out of bounds after a 13-yard gain by Sean Jones, who is starting for the injured Macho Harris.
I know you're excited to see Brandon Jacobs run like that, Tony. We haven't seen that on a consistent basis through the year. Been a little spotty from time to time.
I'll tell you what, he was downhill on that last play, and they're going to need that aggressiveness out of the backfield today against the physical Eagles defense.
Right tackle Kareem McKenzie returns this week. Giants without starting wide receiver Mario Manningham today, as Jacobs is bottled up just behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's going to be a very, very important thing for this Eagles defense to accomplish. Fill all the running lanes and force Brandon Jacobs to stop his feet at the line of scrimmage. The first play, at the point of attack, the hole is there. He's able to get downhill, and then he's a very physical runner. If you make him stop and get his feet to come to a complete stop, he's a completely different runner.
Second and 10 from the 43-yard line. The pass is picked off by Asante Samuel. And Samuel is knocked out of bounds inside the 10-yard line, a 37-yard return.
I don't know, Eli Manning sometimes will force the ball into areas. Let's see what happens on this one. I think it's just Asante Samuel knowing exactly what is coming. That is great preparation in the film room. He knows that that route's coming, and he absolutely jumps it, and he beats Travis Beckham to the spot.
That's just good film study right there. Knowing what's coming, jump in front of it, take it back.
Samuel's 5th pick this season. First and goal from the 10 was Sean McCoy. McCoy gaining 3 down to the 7-yard line. Eagles lead the league in takeaways. They now have 19, including 13 interceptions.
When you play this Eagles defense, it's about pressure on your quarterback, but it's also pressure from their secondary. They put a lot of stress on the wide receivers, and you see that they're all willing to take risks. They feel so prepared that they'll jump routes from time to time. We'll see if New York comes back with some double moves later on.
Giants defense has struggled in the red zone. Second and goal. McNabb with a pump fake. Now he throws. There's a penalty marker as the catch is made for a touchdown by Brent Selleck. But there is a flag back at the 11-yard line.
Holding, number 71, offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
The left tackle, Jason Peters.
Well, this play really gets extended. Jason Peters going against Osi Umenyiora. Osi gets inside. Right there, that little hook at the end. If Jason Peters he actually recovered really, really well, and he starts to push, but then as he loses his balance, he kind of hooks Osi Umenyiora with that other arm.
When those plays get extended, it's really hard for those offensive linemen to stay with those defensive linemen. Sometimes, you know, Moose, they get a little bit of tug here, a little bit of hold there.
You don't know where your quarterback is, so yeah, you tend to err on the side of protecting and keeping your quarterback clean.
Second and goal from the 18-yard line following the penalty. McNabb to the end zone. Deshaun Jackson, the intended receiver. Corey Webster on the coverage.
Deshaun Jackson had a great game last Monday night against the Redskins. I was interested to see how they were going to defend him right there. It's Corey Webster one-on-one in the red zone. Nice job with his hands, locating the ball as it comes in.
So now the Eagles facing a third and goal from the 18-yard line. Deshaun Jackson split to the left. Macklin to the right. McNabb over the middle. Selleck. Touchdown.
That's a pretty nice throw by Donovan McNabb right there. They were very critical of Donovan. Eagle fans, local media about his performance Monday night. Inaccurate with a lot of his throws, had receivers open, had the ball sail on him, had the ball go in the ground. Boy, he really fit that one into Brent Selleck.
And the extra point is blocked. The extra point attempt by Akers, it cannot be returned. So the Eagles' lead is 13-0. Third touchdown reception of the season for the Eagles' leading receiver, Brent Selleck.
Jimmy here. Hey, what's wrong with your old jam box? It doesn't have Bud Light inside. Introducing the Bud Light speaker box. Simply plug in your MP3 player and, uh-oh, I hear a party.
My tailgate party rocks, thanks to Speaker Box.
Keep on dancing, football fans. Tailgate approved.
Welcome to the Now Network, only from Sprint, population 49 million. Right now, 180,000 people following 100 NFL players aren't receiving a single tweet. Surprise, surprise, they're playing football. 34,000 Sprint NFL mobile live users are making a last-second fantasy substitution. And another, and another.
I got this, for real.
And 1,600 players are using 15 miles of tape to protect 23 body parts on game day. For more NFL Now, join 1.5 million NFL mobile live users. Text NFL to 7777. Only from Sprint, the Now Network.
So, you're going to buy a new car. Congratulations, that's cool. Now's a great time to do it. How are you going to decide? You're going to surf the web, visit some third-party sites, read the blogs? Everybody likes to put in their 2 cents. But what if everyone's 2 cents were in one place? Now, that'd be worth something. Spend 5 minutes at HyundaiMomentum.com to see why more people are buying a Hyundai.
Oh, baby, it's the night of a lifetime. There's no guarantee it's your baby.
Oh, I say that.
Family Guy, all new 1 week from tonight on Fox.
Today's game is sponsored by Bud Light. With the just right taste that's not too heavy, not too light, the difference is drinkability.
Eagles leading the Giants 13-0. Leonard Weaver with a 41-yard touchdown run. And then the interception and the big return by Samuel leading to the Selleck score.
Well, Philadelphia has always lived and died by the big play. It's always been a staple in their offense, but everybody getting involved this afternoon. Big kickoff return to start the game, big touchdown run, big interception by Asante Samuel.
Usually it's Deshaun Jackson and Brian Westbrook with the big plays, not Leonard Weaver and Asante Samuel. Here's Dominic Hickson on the return for the Giants. Tackled at the 24-yard line by Akeem Jordan. One more look. McNabb to Selleck.
Buying a new car isn't like buying a pair of pants. It's a commitment. You're going to be wearing it almost every day. You'll take it practically everywhere. And unless you only wear couture, it's going to cost more than a pair of pants. So, before you spend the next 5 years paying for a new car, shouldn't you spend 5 minutes making sure it's the right one? Check out HyundaiMomentum.com to see why more people are buying a Hyundai.
Domino's new mix and match deal with any 3 or more oven-baked favorites for just $5.55 each has got our chefs a little competitive.
Choose your own combination, but if you ask me, I'd start with pasta in a warm seasoned bread bowl.
I cannot lie. People love the pie.
My oven-baked sandwiches can't be beat.
Magic Bread Bowl says...
This is the best thing since sliced bread.
Chapow!
Okay, then. Choose any 3 or more one-topping pizzas, oven-baked sandwiches, or bread bowl pastas for only $5.55 each with the new Domino's Mix and Match deal.
You know what I want? You know what I wish?
You know what I'm looking for?
I'm listening. What do you got?
I want less
Waiting.
I want less clutter.
Just less click.
Got that?
Loud and clear.
I want a whole lot of less. Bingo.
I wish it was just faster. Easier.
Leaner.
Meaner. Safer.
Cleaner.
Simple.
Simple.
Come on, man. I know you can do this.
Absolutely. Now we're rolling.
Now we're talking.
I'm a PC.
I'm a PC.
In Windows 7.
My idea.
My idea.
My idea.
Thank you.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Hyundai Assurance, a little certainty in uncertain times. By Domino's new Mix and Match deal. And by Windows 7, your PC simplified.
Back in Philadelphia, as Phillies and Yankees fans look forward to Game 4 tonight. Across the street, Yankees with a 2-1 lead in the World Series. Eagles over the Giants, 13-0 early. First and 10 for Eli Manning and the Giants from the 24-yard line. And the pass is intended for Hakeem Nicks, and it is broken up, nearly intercepted by the strong safety, Quinton Michael.
Look like they're going to be able to get this one right up the seam. Hakeem Nicks, little stutter there. Quinton Michael gets across the field to make a play on it. Should have had the interception.
Eli picked off 4 times the last 2 weeks in the losses to the Saints and the Cardinals. Asante Samuel with an early interception today. 2nd and 10. The toss to Brandon Jacobs. Jacobs out across the 30. Sean Jones made the tackle as we check in for the first time today with Kurt Menefee in Los Angeles. Kurt.
All right, Kenny, San Francisco at Indianapolis. Frank Gore keeps on fighting and takes it 64 yards for the first score in that game. And the 49ers on top of Peyton Manning and the Colts, but it's early, 7-0. Kenny, Moose and Goose.
It'll be interesting to see what San Francisco does now. Good start, stumbled as of late, but a lot of that due to the fact that Frank Gore was not in the lineup. Now they've got Alex Smith at quarterback and Frank Gore back.
Makes that team a completely different team with Frank Gore back.
Manning on 3rd and 3, complete to Steve Smith for a Giants first down out of the 47-yard line, a 17-yard pass play.
Steve Smith trying to get off the snide, too. Got off to a great start this year. In a little bit of a slump the last few games. Joselio Hansen giving him a little bit too much respect right there, leaving him wide open in the middle of the field.
Smith, the NFL's 2nd leading receiver. Only Wes Welker with more receptions over the first 7 weeks. 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Manning with time, airing it out. He's looking for Smith. Sheldon Brown on the coverage.
Giants offensive line does a great job of picking up 6 guys on that rush. Gave Eli Manning plenty of time to throw the ball downfield.
Not good ball placement right there by Eli Manning. That one drifted a little bit on him to the outside. Going to be very, very difficult for anybody to make a play on that one. What do you think? What do you think of the body language so far, Goose?
I don't know. That confidence is not there yet.
Manning has started the game just 1 for 4. Here's Jacobs. And Brandon Jacobs tackled from behind by Nick Cole.
Well, you talked about it earlier, Moose, about Brandon Jacobson stopping his feet. That's exactly what the Eagles get him to do. He's right here. He's running downhill. Boom, there's his feet stopping. You just got to keep on going in that kind of a situation and pop a hole through.
As Trent Cole, who has at least a half a sack in every game this season. Wrapping up Brandon Jacobs. Manning on 3rd and 10, takes off, and has a first down.
When they walk up the guys inside the guard center gap, what the offensive line is going to do is they're going to squeeze that. You'll see the guys walked up right here. So now you want to have everybody squeeze, but if they decide not to come, now you got to get your guys back out. David Deal, that probably impacts him a little bit, and he's working against Trent Cole, who's got a lot of speed off the edge. So just some of those gamesmanship things between the defense and the quarterback at the line of scrimmage.
Manning gained 11. 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. This is Jacobs. Jacobs picking up 3 down to the 39-yard line, setting up 2nd down and 7. We mentioned Mario Manningham is out with a shoulder injury for the Eagles. Brian Westbrook inactive, and 2 starters on their defensive unit, Victor Abiamiri and Macho Harris. Abiamiri replaced by Jaquay Parker. Harris by Sean Jones. Ahmad Bradshaw in the backfield for the Giants. 2nd down and 7. Manning's pass a bit high off the hands of Kevin Boss, and then nearly picked off by Quentin Michael.
Boy, he's had a couple come right to him. Hasn't been able to secure that interception yet. Division games are also about opportunities. When you have the opportunity to make plays, you have to make them. Quentin Michael now 2 chances to get an interception.
I think the Eagles have gotten their hands on more Manning passes so far than the Giants have.
I think you're right.
1 for 5 with an interception and 2 near picks. Three wide receivers set, 3rd down and 7 as Manning escapes. Not this time. Chris Clemens with the pressure and finally the sack.
Chris Clemens does a great job of bringing pressure off the bat and staying with it. Getting up off the ground. You see him here on the outside. He comes, he misses him, but he doesn't stop. His motor just keeps coming. He's going to have another opportunity, and that's when he gets the sack.
Jeff Feagles back at his own 40, the former Eagle. Angles it toward the sidelines. Terrific job by Feagles, who struggled last week as he keeps it away from Deshaun Jackson. Clemens the sack, 13-0 Eagles.
A new car is one of the most expensive purchases you can make. But Hyundai thinks when you're buying a car, what you need even more than money is information. So you think about it. And just before you decide, you get a second opinion. You know, just to be sure. And if that helps, imagine 1,000 second opinions, all telling you the same thing. Spend 5 minutes at HyundaiMomentum.com to see why more people are buying a Hyundai.
G.I. Joe.
He gave up.
He never gives up. Get it on 2-disc DVD and Blu-ray this Tuesday.
You've got good reasons to eat better. So now, 23 Campbell's Chunky Soups have 100% lean meat and a full serving of vegetables.
Mom tells me you're going on a trip.
I'm returning to where it all happened. We were just boys. We stormed that beach like it was already ours. After the first shot, it was all a blur. bombshells everywhere. Now, I'm returning to the scene of my finest hour.
Compare hundreds of travel sites at once. Kayak. Search one and done.
Maybe I should start packing heat again.
Packing heat. You want to see the fastest draw in the West?
Sure.
You want to see it again?
Bones. All new episodes return Thursday at 8/7 Central on Fox.
Back in Philadelphia, Kenny Albert, Darryl Johnston, Tony Siragusa. Philadelphia Eagles have run only 6 plays on offense, but they lead the Giants 13-0. Eagles took advantage of the Giants' turnover after they scored their first touchdown, and McNabb's pass is batted back to Donovan McNabb. That's a reception for McNabb after it was nearly intercepted and taken into the end zone by Justin Tuck.
Oh, Justin Tuck had the ball in his hands in the end zone. Watch right here. You see Donovan McNabb. They do a great job of taking the pressure up the middle. Justin Tuck goes. No.
Oh, Donovan got his hand on it.
Yeah, Donovan McNabb gets it back and runs for a nice yardage there. But Justin Tuck, you should have seen his face, Moose. I was standing right in front of him. Not happy.
Did you guys know that Brett Favre's first career completion was to himself?
We do now, Kenny.
Who? You may have heard there's a game later today at Lambeau Field. Now, this gentleman is here in Philadelphia. It will be Favre and the Vikings taking on the Green Bay Packers. Coming up on Fox following the Giants and the Eagles. What a day on Fox. Giants, Eagles, Vikings, Packers, Yankees, Phillies, game 4. 3rd down and 6. Eagles have to get to the 26-yard line, and they do. Jason Avant still on his feet and finally knocked down by C.C. Brown after picking up 28 yards.
When you bring pressure against the Philadelphia Eagles, they have so many weapons on the outside with a lot of speed. So if you bring the pressure, you are going to be in one-on-one situations. Here comes the blitz. Now the ball's out quick. Corey Webster misses a tackle. Little block down the field by Brent Selleck, and you got a big gainer. That is what Bill Sheridan, the defensive coordinator from the Giants, is going to have to weigh the entire afternoon. When I bring pressure, I know I'm putting my guys in a tough situation, so you've got to get home.
Another big play for the Eagles as Weaver takes it across midfield into Giants territory. Gain of 4 as we check in once again with Kurt Menefee. Kurt.
The Cowboys hosting Seattle. Tony Romo hooking up with Sam Hurd, and suddenly Romo's got all kinds of wide receiver weapons, right? 36 yards on the score, and the Cowboys take the lead in the first quarter, 7-3. Kenny, Moose, and Goose, it's all yours.
Well, I think everybody concerned about where is Dallas going to generate their passing game when Terrell Owens leaves. Miles Austin, now Sam Hurd stepping up.
2nd and 6, off the play fake. McNabb complete to the tight end Alex Smith, the former Buccaneer, and that is Smith's first reception of the season. Gain of 11. Another Eagles first down.
You talk about a quarterback getting into a rhythm and establishing a flow early in the game. Right now, Marty Mornhinweg, the offensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles, is in a great rhythm. He seems to be one step ahead of what that Giant defense is bringing. Every time they've got a pressure, he's got a great answer.
First and 10 from the 37-yard line. This is McCoy. Down to the 33. Barry Cofield made the tackle.
Like Barry Cofield. I mean, there's a lot of great football players on that Giant defense, and we hear a lot about O.C. Umenyiora and Justin Tuck and Matthias Kiwanuka. Barry Cofield inside extremely consistent with his play. And if it's not for all that push in the middle, those guys on the edge don't get to make so many plays.
He does a great job of working down the line of scrimmage, too, on them cutback blocks and those cutbacks from those running backs. He does a nice job of going sealing up the backside.
Second down and 7. Inside handoff to McCoy. Osi Umenyiora was not fooled.
So much for being one step ahead of Bill Sheridan.
Nice jump by Osi Umenyiora.
You know, every once in a while, Goose, when you watch Jason Peters, you know, he just came to Philadelphia in the offseason, but sometimes the blocking scheme around him doesn't seem quite right. I wonder if he's making a mistake. That looked like the old Pittsburgh draw where he needs to get back a little bit and get Osi pushed beyond the pocket before he releases up the field.
Well, one thing he needs to do is get off the ball quicker. You know, Osi Umenyiora had to jump on him. Huge.
On third down and 11. McNabb pulls it in, and he picks up a first down. Slides to the 23-yard line. Donovan McNabb gaining 15.
Wow.
Osi Umenyiora.
Take a look and see what happened to Osi. He went back inside. You wonder if here he is in the chase.
Ready? Go get it.
Don!
What? We don't need these minutes anymore. We got that calling circle thing everybody else has.
It's AT&T's A-List, Don, and it's not the same. We get unlimited calls to any 10 people on any network. But unlike everyone else, the minutes we save, we keep.
So?
So why save minutes with your calling circle if they just expire at the end of the month? You're using that one.
Introducing A-List with rollover. Unlimited calling to any 10 numbers on any network and keep the minutes you save. Only from AT&T.
This Friday, Clooney, Bridges, McGregor, and Spacey are the men who stare at goats. Rated R starts Friday.
I can go to a movie on a school night. Like that.
In a theater? You should come over to my place. I get all the hottest movies in 1080p.
Would you like some red rope licorice?
Get theater quality picture and sound. Call 1-800-DIRECTV.
All right, opportunity. Well, say you're looking for it in new places, like working with a supplier in China and a manufacturer in Germany to reach new customers in the U.S. Well, UPS can help bring it all together with efficient solutions like paperless invoice that can help make customs a breeze. Hey, the opportunities are out there. Seize them with UPS. You know, it's hard drawing those perfect circles.
Looks like Osi Umenyiora had his leg slip out. Watch his left leg as he's chasing Donovan McNabb right there. And he reached for his left hip, so now they're working up in the back. I don't know.
On first down off the play fake. Eagles look to set up the screen. Second and 10 upcoming.
Yeah, Donovan's got to do a better job with that one. Yeah, the screen has been snipped out by that giant defense. Just throw that one away. Don't try and force something. There's too many big bodies in there, and the athleticism on this giant front. We saw Justin Tuck almost get one. You don't want to be throwing that ball around too close.
Good to see Osi Umenyiora back on the field after missing just one play. Eagles know Umenyiora very well. 6 sacks in one game against Philadelphia 2 seasons ago. Second and 10 from the Giants 24. McNabb over the middle, and the catch is made by Deshaun Jackson. Corey Webster made the tackle. Gain of 9.
Well, whatever Donovan McNabb worked on this week at practice is certainly paying off. He kind of assessed his performance the last couple of weeks as, sometimes I'm rushing it, sometimes I'm trying to aim the ball and guide it there instead of just turning it loose. Sometimes my footwork is not quite right. So it's a number of different things, but he's doing well today, and you'll see what he's going against. This red zone defense for the Giants has really, really struggled.
Timeout is called by the Eagles. Final minute. First quarter, 13-0 Philadelphia.
Hi, what can I get for $1?
That's yours.
How far can I get with this?
You can get out.
Hi, what can I get for this?
How about 2 sizzling 100% pure beef patties with all the amenities in a meaty, melty McDouble? Or maybe an irresistible McChicken, golden fries, or any of the fabulous dollar menu tastes that are always here for you, huh?
Wow. The dollar menu, every day, only at McDonald's.
Nothing gets NFL fans pumped up like winning a trip to the biggest games of all. Between now and November 30th, using your Visa card gives you a chance to win tickets to an NFL playoff game, the Pro Bowl, and Super Bowl 44. More people go with Visa.
Dear PlayStation, I got my boyfriend a PS3 and he still hasn't hooked it up to the internet.
What? What is this, 1992?
I know.
I mean, if you're not on the PlayStation Network, you can't get PlayStation Home, PS1 Classics, you can't download movies, TV shows.
I know.
It's like having a bathroom without an aromatherapy candle. Still gets the job done, but come on.
He hates candles, too.
Come on.
I know, right?
What's wrong with him?
PS3, now $299.
PlayStation.
What a day in Philadelphia. Eagles lead the Giants 13-0. Coming up tonight on Fox, Game 4 of the World Series. The New York Yankees and the Philadelphia Phillies. It gets underway at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. After the OT, right here on Fox.
CC Sabathia tonight against, right? Kenny?
On 3 days rest, Goose.
Oh.
Vikings and Packers, then the OT, followed by the World Series, and Michael Vick is on the field for the first time.
Donovan McNabb is not.
3rd down and 1. Vick picks up the first down, out of bounds at the 11.
And that is the dilemma right now when you play Philadelphia, because it's not really a true Wildcat. When Donovan McNabb leaves the field, it's basically just Mike Vick at quarterback in that situation. And, traditionally when you play the teams that, like a Miami that has Ronnie Brown there, you can load up the box and just take away the run, but now all of a sudden you've got a very big passing threat at the quarterback spot, and it is not a Wildcat because Donovan has left the field.
McNabb back under center. LaShawn McCoy in the backfield. 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line of the Giants. And McCoy is tripped up in the backfield by Michael Johnson. And this should take us to the end of the first quarter. These teams play twice a year, sometimes 3, as was the case last season. The last time the Eagles led the Giants by as many as 13 points in the first quarter, you have to go all the way back to 1989. They usually play close games. But the Eagles off to a terrific start early. And they lead the Giants after 1 quarter by the score of 13-0. Fox NFL Sunday will return after these messages from your local station.
The iPhone has all kinds of apps. There are apps that help you catch a flight. There are apps that help you catch a train. Apps for dining in. And apps for dining out. There are apps for workaholics, shopaholics, and thousands of others. Yup, there are 85,000 apps for just about anything, only on the iPhone.
Black is the new taco. Introducing the new 89-cent Blackjack Taco. A striking black shell combined with the low price of 89 cents make it the must-have of the season. Exclusively at Taco Bell. Why pay more?
You're watching Fox NFL Sunday.
Daughter was born. We brought her home in our new Toyota Camry. 16 years later, she learned to drive in that very same car. I've learned to trust Toyotas. That's why they're the only cars I'll ever buy.
Get something you can trust, like the Toyota Camry. You can lease one for just $189 a month or get 2.9% financing for 60 months. To learn more, visit Toyota.com.
Oh, no! Your tire's all flat and junk. Oh, did I do that? Here, let me get my cellular out. Call your wrecker. Oh, shoot. I got no phone. 'Cause I'm a pothole. So... Okay, bye!
Accidents are bad. But Geico's good with emergency road service.
We didn't invent the engine. We weren't the first to have the need for speed. We weren't the first to create a safe vehicle. Nor did we invent the MP3 player, Bluetooth, or satellite radio. But when it comes to making all of this and more standard in a compact car, consider us pioneers. The Kia Forte. Lease now for $179 a month. Call 1-800-333-4KIA for detail.
55 degrees here in Philadelphia. Eagles leading the Giants 13-0. Game 4 of the World Series across the street tonight. And Darryl, the Eagles in the first quarter averaged 8.5 yards per play.
That is unbelievable against this defense. I don't know what's going on with the Giants defense over the last couple of weeks.
Second down and 11. And McNabb's pass batted. So the Eagles now facing a third down and 11. There's defensive coordinator Bill Sheridan.
Getting a little bit of pressure up into the face of Donovan McNabb. And Tony, like you always say, if you're not going to get there, get your hands up in those throwing lanes.
Yeah, it really affects the quarterback's vision and throwing lanes. And you get that tip balls, that's how you get those big turnovers.
Justin Tuck got a hand on it. Four receivers, including the tight end Selleck. Third down and 11. And again, the pass was deflected, this time by Fred Robbins.
That's a nice job by Fred Robbins, just knowing that he's not going to get there on the pass rush. Draws a double team, just puts the arm up, times it up perfectly, just tips the ball enough. I mean, that's a great play right there. That's almost as good as a sack.
Hey, Goose, you talk about the clock in a quarterback's head when he knows pressure is coming. Is it the same for a D lineman as he's rushing?
Yeah, it is. You know that it's getting down to, time to take off, and you got a better jump when you know the clock is almost running out.
Here's David Akers, who had an extra point block earlier, connects from 30 yards out, extending the Eagles' lead. It's now 16-0 Philadelphia.
There's another pretty cool little feature I'll show you, which is the gas cap, right? There isn't one. You wouldn't think it, but just little things like not having your hands smell like gas. Technology.
The chances of making it into the NFL are over 1,000,000 to 1.
With the 23rd pick, the Baltimore Ravens select Michael Orr.
But how he got there
You have any place to stay tonight?
defied all odds.
Most kids from bad situations can't wait to be violent. He acts like he doesn't want to hit anyone.
Sandra Bullock,
You protect his blind side. His team is your family, Michael.
based on the incredible true story. Wow. The Blind Side. Rated PG-13. Starts November 20th.
When I first got this car, I didn't realize that there was a keyless entry. You lock your keys in the car, you can use that, or if you're wearing some skinny jeans or something, you don't want a big clump of keys in your pocket.
You're gonna want to see this.
You wouldn't believe what those pickles are up to.
That guy
guys don't stand a chance.
Fringe. Viewer discretion advised. All new Thursday at 9/8 Central on Fox.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by The Blind Side, starring Sandra Bullock, in theaters everywhere November 20th. By Frost Blue Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. And by Ford. Drive one.
Back in Philadelphia, where the Eagles have extended to a 16-0 lead, a 15-play, 72-yard drive. Donovan McNabb 4 for 7 on the drive, 6 for 10 in the game. Wonder how many people will be doing the doubleheader today.
I think quite a few. I actually rode up in the elevator with a couple. Guy had flown his dad in from Florida as a present. Didn't tell him they were doing both till he got here.
Dominic Hickson on the return. And he's tackled at the 27-yard line by Tracy White.
Let's see if we can get Eli Manning, get this thing turned around here right now, because right now, everything that this Giant team worked on this week getting ready for this game, and Tom Coughlin told us what those were, you know, opportunities during the course of the game. We've got to take advantage of them. They haven't, and Philadelphia has won that. The physical battle, I think Philadelphia is winning that one too. Field position, you know, everything that they worked on this week at practice has gone against it. Kind of the same team we've seen the last couple weeks at this stage.
Giants start from the 22-yard line. This is Ahmad Bradshaw. And Bradshaw gains 4 out to the 26. He was ruled down before the ball popped out. Tackled by Darren Howard. 2nd and 6 upcoming.
You see right there, definitely on the ground before that ball comes out. And Ahmad Bradshaw has been able to give this offense a little bit of a jump start from time to time this season. But he's really battling a tough ankle-foot injury right now. We'll see how that impacts his performance this afternoon.
Went for a second opinion this week, averaging just under 6 yards per carry. 2nd down and 6. Manning with time. And that pass is high, intended for the tight end, Kevin Boss.
There's the opportunity. Your offensive line gets everything blocked up. You've got Kevin Boss open, and you can't make the connection. And this is a Giants offense that experienced so much success as the season started, especially with their passing game, when teams loaded up the box to try and stop Brandon Jacobs and Ahmad Bradshaw. Kevin Gilbride and that offense were really firing on all cylinders. Eli had some great games early in the season, but he's been struggling the last couple.
Just 1 for 6 today. Giants must get to the 32. And the catch is made by Steve Smith for a Giants first down. Gain of 8 on the play, so the Giants move the chains.
This is going off a silent count. Eli does a great job of identifying. Look at his eyes. He's always looking at the linebacker, seeing any information he can pick up on who's blitzing, who's dropping, who's in the one-on-one man coverage. That's all film study that he does. That's all the information right at the line of scrimmage that he's getting.
Bradshaw gains 3 out to the 37-yard line. Both of Manning's completions today have gone to Steve Smith. And Darryl, you mentioned Bradshaw with the right ankle injury. Went for a second opinion this week in Charlotte.
Yeah, he's actually got a broken bone in that foot, but it can't get hurt anymore. He can't break it anymore. So he's just going to have to manage the pain and fight through it. The Giant training staff doing exactly what the doctor recommended, and it's just going to be something that he's going to have to work through the rest of the season.
Penalty marker on 2nd down.
False start, number 66, offense. 5-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
The left tackle, David Deal. Second down and 13. Smith in the slot. Manning to Hickson. Not much. Tackled at the 34-yard line by Akeem Jordan, gain of just 3.
I guess the Eagles see so many screens in practice, Moose, that their defense is just used to identify them, and they identified it pretty well on that play.
Yeah, I would think that there's so much carryover from their work together in OTAs and in training camp with plays on the perimeter, because that's, you know, really where Philadelphia's offense is geared at, is getting people on the edges.
Third and 10 to Smith, but not even close to a first down. Quentin Michael right there to make the tackle. Gain of just 4. Giants send out the punting unit.
The defensive coordinator Sean McDermott brings the pressure, forces the routes to be changed. It's 3rd and long, so Steve Smith has to run the hot as Joselio Hansen comes off the edge, and there's just not enough time to get a 10-yard complete.
Back deep for the Eagles. Jeff Fiegels punting from his own 28. Another nice job by Fiegels. Angles it out of bounds, hitting the Eagles back at their own 21.
Coach Romeo, these Coors Light cold activated cans just told me the beer's cold.
And they told me they were excited and they were happy.
Wait, the cold activated cans told you they were happy?
Sure.
Did the cans tell you anything else?
They said congratulations.
When the mountains turn blue, your beer is cold and ready for kickoff.
Coach, if all of your cold activated cans can talk, what happens when you open your fridge?
Generally, there's hoopla involved.
Hoopla?
I don't know when the oil needs to be changed. All you do is press a little button. It automatically runs a vehicle health report, and it sends it directly either to my phone or my email.
"12 summers of boat hauling, 63 miles of commuting daily. For any extreme from the road to the racetrack, nothing beats Mobil 1. The choice of over half of all NASCAR teams. So put some NASCAR in your car. Mobil 1.
Somebody looking for a fat slob with a bladder problem?
I love you, Johnny.
Well, you should chill out, bro. Let me decide when to chill out.
Oh, it what makes you so good, huh? Let the good times roll.
Grand Theft Auto episodes from Liberty City. In stores now. Rated M for mature.
Xbox 360, starting at $199.
Everybody loves when they come in at night, I can change the color of the lighting. I keep it at pink, though, because that's what I would do if I could make a car, you know, I'd have pink lights in it.
This Eagle team firing on all cylinders. The first drive, obviously the big play a component there. The second one, the defense giving you a short field, and if you have to grind it out, they can grind it out. So everything working well for the Philadelphia Eagles right now.
You had a look at Asante Samuel, who came up with the interception, which led to the short field. Eagles now start from their own 21-yard line. 3 wide receivers for Donovan McNabb. And McNabb goes over the middle. And Jeremy Maclin takes it out across the 31 for a first down, the rookie first-round pick out of Missouri.
That's a good tackle by Terrell Thomas because, again, the Giants are in man-to-man coverage. Watch how much open space Jeremy Maclin has if this tackle isn't made. Now, Terrell's going more for the swipe. He got lucky more than he made a good tackle.
Nick Cole back in at right guard for the Eagles, who's been rotating with Stacey Andrews. A handoff to McCoy, who gains 3. Out to the 35, and some extracurricular activity involving Alex Smith and Danny Clark.
Sometimes those big guys don't hear the whistle very well, Kenny.
Was that your excuse, Goose?
Nothing to be worried about.
No.
Just little football being played out there.
Danny Clark was the most outspoken Giant during the week, referring to the incident during the playoff game as we check out the Eagles' offensive leaders when McNabb went out of bounds on the Giants sideline and picked up a phone. Second down and 7. Penalty marker. McNabb to Selleck. Webster the tackle. And Eagles first down. Gain of 11. Carl Cheffers, our referee.
Offside, number 20, defense. That penalty is declined. First down.
Against the Giants, free safety Michael Johnson.
Well, I tend to agree with the stance that Donovan McNabb took on that decision last year. That if the Giants need that as motivation, then they're looking in the wrong places.
Donovan was just trying to have some fun. Eagles won that game 23-11. Leonard Weaver. Gain of 3 out to midfield as we check in once again with Kurt.
And Leonard Weaver's old team, the Seattle Seahawks at Dallas. Don't write them off yet. Matt Hasselbeck hooking up with Deion Branch for a 23-yard score. Perfectly placed ball. It's a 14-10 game in Dallas in the second quarter. Kenny Moose and Goose.
All right, thanks very much, Kurt. Cowboys have won their last 2. Seahawks have dropped their last 2 games. Cowboys with a 4-point lead. Here in Philadelphia, Eagles over the Giants 16-0. Here's Weaver again. Weaver down to the 48-yard line. Gains 3.
That's 4 runs today for Weaver, and that's the most he's had all year. He's only had 4 coming into this game. Seems like they're going to go and they have a little plan for Weaver to carry the ball a little bit more than anybody thought.
Well, Goose Darrell continues to wave the pom-poms here in the booth every time McNabb hands off to the fullback. I've never seen him so excited.
Calm down, Darrell.
I stole some from the cheerleaders before the game. Got pink pom-poms up here.
Third down and 4. Eagles must get to the 44. No handoff to the fullback this time. McNabb in trouble. He loses the football. And it's recovered by Jason Peters. Osi Umenyiora with the pressure. Knocking the ball away from Donovan McNabb. And now the Eagles will punt for the first time.
Good hustle by Jason Peters, though, to get back and get on this football. If your guy is the one who does the sack strip of the quarterback, the best thing you can do is get on that football. There's a little bit of positive feeling for Bill Sheridan, that defense finally getting to the quarterback, causing a potential turnover.
Sav Rocca punting for the first time today. Nearly blocked. Terrific pressure from Bruce Johnson and a great kick taken by Hickson all the way back at the 9. A 55-yard punt by Rocca, only 1 yard on the return.
This is the card that bought the saw.
That cut the lumber.
That built the extra space I needed to store more produce.
That she sold to me to make my menu more organic.
Introducing Ink from Chase, the card that helped make it all happen. Because it's accepted in twice as many places worldwide as American Express, with reward points worth 25% more when redeemed for air travel. Make your mark with Ink. Go to chase.com/ink. Chase what matters.
Hey, thanks for the window seat. No, please. You got the presentation?
Oh, yeah, right here.
Oh, let me stow that for you, sir.
Thank you. You know, just to be safe, I used FedEx Office Print Online.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. They printed and bound 20 copies of the presentation. Shipped it to Portland. They're going to be there waiting for us.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
You have a nice flight.
Thank you.
Print online. You upload your document, we'll take care of the rest. FedEx Kinko's is now FedEx Office.
So I told him I want it delivered free, I want it delivered the next day, I want it hooked up free, and I want you to take away the old one free, or there's no deal. Oh, yeah. They made the deal.
Nice work, Dad.
At Lowe's, we offer free next-day delivery on all major appliances. No rebates, no surprises. So get the best price around with our everyday low price guarantee. Lowe's, let's build something together.
It's got more beef, more cheese, and did we mention more beef? Looks like we just stacked the deck against that fried Wendy's double stack. The quarter-pound BK double cheeseburger, now just $1 only at Burger King.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Burger King. Have it your way.
16-0 Eagles. Donovan McNabb predicted Phillies in 6. We talked to some of the Giants. Justin Tuck attended the first 2 games of the World Series, a big Yankee fan. Game 4 tonight on Fox. Giants start from their own 11-yard line. The toss to Brandon Jacobs, who looks to turn the corner, and Jacobs knocked out of bounds at the 14-yard line by Will Witherspoon after a gain of 3.
A great example by the Philadelphia Eagles how all 3 phases have to contribute during the course of the game. And the Giants get a big sack, almost get the fumble, but they push him back. It looks like they're going to have the opportunity to maybe establish some good field position. And Sav Rocca hits a boomer of a punt, and then the coverage team does a great job getting down there and getting the Giants pinned back deep again.
2nd down and 7. Again, it's Jacobs. Nothing. Roderick Montley, the first Eagle in on the tackle of Brandon Jacobs.
That Eagles defensive line and linebackers are really aware when Brandon Jacobs are in the backfield. They know he's a big man. They know that he can do some damage, and they want to go and gang tackle a guy like that.
Will Witherspoon, their middle linebacker, just picked up last week, has done a great job getting up to speed on this defense. This is a complex Philadelphia defense.
What a game he had on Monday against Washington. 3rd down and 7. Manning checks it down to Kevin Boss, and Boss takes it all the way out to the 37-yard line. 22-yard pickup for the Giants tight end. That quiets the crowd as the Giants pick up a 1st down.
Good little ad-lib by Kevin Boss and Eli Manning. He's back in protection, working against Trent Cole releases after he gets a little chip. We got to get him to lower his shoulders, Tony. He's too big to be running this high.
Yeah, he runs straight up like that. You're going to get a couple ribs broke.
He takes some big hits.
Timeout called by the Eagles, their 2nd.
Philadelphia.
With just over 5 minutes remaining, 2nd quarter, Eagles lead 16-0.
There are engines, and then there's the twin turbocharging, 365 horsepower generating EcoBoost engine, and the all-new Taurus SHO from Ford that has the thirst of a V6 with the thrust of a V8. We speak car. We speak innovation. Introducing the all-new Taurus SHO from Ford. Drive one.
In the waning seconds, a field goal will decide it all. There's the snap. The kick is up, and it splits the uprights right down the middle. Oh, that's as pretty as it gets.
There is a scale of measurement for alien encounters. The first kind, sighting. Oh my God. The second kind, evidence.
What is this?
The third kind, contact.
Stop.
The fourth kind, abduction. This Friday, the truth isn't waiting to be found. It's waiting to be believed. The fourth kind, rated PG-13, starts Friday.
Back in Philadelphia, coming up, game 2 of our Fox doubleheader. Most of you will see the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Brett Favre's return to Lambeau Field, followed by the OT, and then game 4 of the World Series. The Yankees lead the Phillies 2-1. It's all coming up on Fox. First and 10 for the Giants following the timeout on their own 37-yard line. Manning firing downfield, and Hakeem Nicks goes up and makes the catch at the Eagles' 28-yard line. A 34-yard pass play.
The Giants have a little play action call. That gives them enough time to get this ball thrown, even with Broderick Bunkley coming all the way around to get in Eli's face. But he has such confidence in his wide receivers. He gets the ball up into an area, and he knows that they're going to go up and compete for the football. Either make the catch, it'll be an incomplete.
That's just a great job by Eli, having confidence in Nicks to go up and get the ball.
Chris Gokong is the injured Eagle. So a spectacular catch made by Hakeem Nicks, the Giants' first-round draft pick out of North Carolina, who spent the first 10 years of his life living here in Philadelphia. His dad, Robert, such a big Eagles and Phillies fan, his nickname is Philly. Hakeem's dad is known as Philly Nicks. Hakeem, the reigning NFL Offensive Rookie of the Month for October. Moses Foku has replaced the injured Gokong. First and 10 from the Eagles' 28-yard line. A handoff to Brandon Jacobs. And Jacobs gains 3 down to the 25.
One of the things I liked about that last play call and the big catch by Hakeem Nicks was the play action to Brandon Jacobs. You know, we've seen him run quite a bit today, trying to catch Philadelphia thinking run on that play. Have an opportunity to get the ball down the field.
Manning started the game 1 for 6. He's hit on his last 5 pass attempts. Second down and 7. On the Eagles 25, this is Jacobs, tries to cut to the outside. Does a nice job staying on his feet. And winds up picking up 3 yards. Kept his feet moving.
Yeah. I mean, in the very beginning of the run, he kind of almost came to a stop, but then he gets them moving again. And it's hard. You know, it's a big back. It's going to be hard for you to make those types of sharp cuts. So as long as he can keep that momentum moving forward towards the line of scrimmage, I think it'll really, really help him.
Yeah, there was nothing there, and he got 3 yards out of it. That's a good run from Brandon Jacobs.
Third down and 4. Eli wants a timeout. Play clock was winding down, so the Giants used their first timeout. They had some clock issues last week, 2 delay of game penalties in the loss to Arizona. Well, the cities of New York and Philadelphia have a terrific sports history. 1950, Yankees beat the Whiz Kids in the World Series. Fast forward 10 years, Wilt Chamberlain scores 100 points against the Knicks in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Big hit by Chuck Bednarik on Frank Gifford. The miracle at the Meadowlands, Herm Edwards in the 70s. Championships in both cities in the 80s. The Islanders, the Mets, the Giants, Phillies, and 76ers. Eagles and Giants split the head-to-head series in the 90s. And this decade, the World Series championship for the Yankees in 2000 and the Phillies in 08. Third down and 4. Manning intercepted by Sheldon Brown. There is a flag. Penalty marker back at the 11-yard line. 4th pick of the season for Brown.
I'm having trouble hearing those whistles again, Tony.
Holding, number 24. Defense, 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
It's on Brown, who came up with the interception. Sheldon Brown is called for the hold.
What a huge penalty. Steve Smith working out of the slot. Little tug there, and then underneath. Good call by the officials. I know the Eagle fans here aren't going to like it, but it's the right call.
Yeah, if he just would have let go of that jersey and didn't get it away from the pads where the official could see it, he would have got away with that. He just got 1 second. Makes a big difference.
Well, first down for the Giants, who trail 16-0 from the Eagles' 17-yard line. Brandon Jacobs up the middle. Jacobs down to the 13-yard line, gain of 4. Eagles scored touchdowns on their first 2 possessions, added a field goal, lead the Giants 16-0. Play clock at 5. Second down and 6, Jacobs. Penalty flag. Jacobs brought down back at the 15-yard line. Clock stops with 2:03 remaining. A flag on the far side of the field. It's against the Giants.
Illegal shift on the offense. 2 men in motion prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty. Remains second down.
One of the things that was talked a lot about in New York this week was the amount of time they're spending at the line of scrimmage pre-snap. It's that question of the search for the perfect play or just getting up and running it and maintaining the tempo. And it's a fine line that Eli Manning walks, and that's the look of frustration by Tom Coughlin.
2-minute warning in Philadelphia. 16-0 Eagles.
Today's game is sponsored by Verizon Football Zone with live games and highlights right on your phone, only on VCast from America's most reliable wireless network.
$5 for a sub, but no drink, no chips, and no chance to win Madden NFL 10. Man, that's roughing the wallet. Now this is a total package.
2 pieces of Kentucky grilled chicken,
a side, biscuit, and a Madden NFL cup.
You catch all that?
You know I did. Colonel, I'm a fan.
Still think a $5 sub is a great deal? The $5 Madden NFL box. Choose from 6 KFC favorites with a side and a Madden NFL cup.
Now I'm a fullback.
Unthink. Taste the unsub side of KFC.
All right, so there's pretty much 2 kinds of trucks in the world. Dumb trucks and smart trucks. Dumb trucks give you exactly what you expect. Brawn. Same old, same old. But a smart truck gives you brains, too. It'll connect you to the internet, help find lost tools, dial your cell phone, and recognize your voice. Know how many smart trucks there are? Just one. The Ford F-150. Your 2.5-ton office just got some new software. It's not just a pickup truck. It's a Ford F-150.
Protecting the quarterback. Brought to you by the new Warner Brothers movie, The Blind Side. Against the Vikings, Steelers left tackle Max Starks gave Ben Roethlisberger enough time to find receiver Mike Wallace for a touchdown.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh! Great protection by the Steeler offensive line.
Protecting the quarterback. Brought to you by the new Warner Brothers movie, The Blind Side, starring Sandra Bullock, in theaters November 20th.
Favre returns to Lambeau. Fox NFL Sunday delivers later today.
Second down and 11 for the Giants following the penalty. Back at the 18-yard line. Manning steps up, throws to the end zone, and Kevin Boss makes the catch for a Giants touchdown.
That's a pretty athletic adjustment by Kevin Boss. Number 89 out here on the end of the line of scrimmage. Little double move, gets over the top of Quentin Michael. Eli Manning gets it into the back shoulder area for him to...
Defender. Ball coming right over the top of him.
First touchdown reception of the season for Boss, who led the Giants with 6 last year. Eli Manning heating up, now 6 for his last 6, 90 yards, and a touchdown. How important was that for the Giants to score before the half?
I thought it was very important. Very important. Tom Coughlin talked about a missed opportunity against New Orleans going in at halftime.
So the Eagles lead is now 16-7 coming up tonight. Game 4 of the World Series. New York Yankees and the Philadelphia Phillies. Yankees with a 2-1 lead. Yankees will send CC Sabathia to the mound on 3 days rest, the MVP of the American League Championship Series. He'll be opposed by Joe Blanton, who ironically started Game 4 of the World Series for the Phillies last year against Tampa Bay. Not only was Blanton the winning pitcher in that game, he hit his first career home run.
I'm looking forward to seeing what Chase Utley does against CC. I was there on Wednesday. I saw the 2 homers on them inside pitches. I know he's watching film right now. CC saying, what can I do to keep the ball away from this guy so he doesn't put him out of the park on me?
And Goose, I know you know this since you were there. Chase Utley, first lefty to hit 2 home runs in a World Series game against a left-handed pitcher since Babe Ruth.
Doesn't matter what sport it is, Tony, he's got
anything.
All the stuff.
Field hockey, volleyball, he does it all, Moose.
I don't do college wrestling. That's the only one. Big return by Ellis Hobbs, 40 yards.
Well, you know, Tom Coughlin just got to be going crazy over there. I mean, it's one of the things he talked about, field position. You just find your way to get back into this game. I mean, you've been fighting and scratching and clawing, trying to work your way through a very poor start. You get some points late in the first half, and your kickoff coverage team just comes out and doesn't do their job. We talked about the punt team for Philadelphia doing their job in transition, and the Giants coverage team right now on kickoffs is not doing their part.
Tom Coughlin very upset with his special teams last week. It allowed 2 big returns today. From the 46 on first down, McNabb with loads of time, wide open, DeSean Jackson, touchdown.
Is out of the lineup in the secondary for the Giants, but I really think the loss of Kenny Phillips earlier this year has really hurt this secondary. The one guy that you can't have running free through your secondary is DeSean Jackson. He was a one-man wrecking crew last Monday night against the Redskins.
I'll tell you what, when you give Donovan McNabb the time that he had in the pocket to go and find a receiver, that's what's going to happen.
Jackson's 6th touchdown this season. They have all been at least 50 yards. This one, 54.
DeSean Jackson up the top, comes inside, breaks out, nothing fancy. He gets C.C. Brown leaning to the inside, thinking he's going to come straight up the seam.
And here's the lack of pressure up front. That offensive line, they got max protection. Nobody even close to Donovan McNabb to make that throw. Look, he's watching downfield, and he knows it's going to be a big play.
I just don't know how you let DeSean Jackson get that open in your secondary. It wasn't a double move. It wasn't anything fancy out there.
Nobody was ready for him to go downfield, not even the official. The official took a spill trying to run with DeSean Jackson down the sideline.
But again, Tony, I think it all happened on that kickoff return. I think Andy Reid's mindset completely changed at that time to be able to be that aggressive on your first play.
Well, you're at midfield, and now you have an opportunity to go and, throw a couple into the end zone. You don't have to worry about getting that 10 or 20 yards to get to midfield. You're there already, so you only have to go and get 50 yards to get it in. I mean, makes it a lot easier to call plays.
Incredible, DeSean Jackson with his 6th 50-plus yard touchdown this season as Dominic Hickson is tackled out at the 30-yard line by Moses Foyku. 27 yards on the return. We take a look back. at Jackson's other 50-plus touchdowns this season.
Yeah, when this is your resume coming into the game and how explosive you are, there's just no way you can allow that player to run that free in your secondary. I do not understand that one at all.
Last player with at least 6 touchdowns and 50 yards in the same season, Devin Hester of the Bears back in 2007. Manning hit from behind, loses the football, but it's ruled an incomplete pass. He was hit by Trent Cole. And now Coughlin says, I don't want the timeout because it was ruled an incomplete pass. He thought it was a fumble.
Well, now you're in a bad spot because now Trent Cole's just going to put his hand down and he's going to be coming after you. Brandon Jacobs, you released right by him. Give him a little bit of a shoulder. Help David deal out. Watch Brandon Jacobs. Come on, give him a little bit. The pregame showed, you know, how you release out of the backfield as a back and do your chip. A great opportunity for Brandon Jacobs right there to just give a little shoulder to Trent Cole and get out on his route.
So the Giants not charged for the timeout. 2nd and 10 from the 30. Manning overthrows Sonoris Moss. It's picked off by Quentin Dents.
I don't think anything needs to be said to Eli Manning on that one. That's just a bad decision. You can't throw a floater down the center of the field. He's got plenty of time in the pocket, and that one just sails on him. I mean, Quentin Demps is back there playing center field. If he had a little bit more time and had the opportunity to look out to the left, he had Hakeem Nicks running free down the sideline.
First career interception for Demps, a 4th-round pick last year. Eagles with 1:15 remaining in the second quarter. They lead the Giants 23-7 as McNabb's pass is caught by Brent Selleck at the Giants 23, a 20-yard pass play. Eagles quickly up to the line of scrimmage. They have 1 timeout remaining.
Now this offense has the potential to be so explosive, and we're seeing great examples of that throughout this first half, especially the last 2 series.
Doing it without Brian Westbrook. McNabb, end zone, leaping, is Macklin, touchdown! What a catch!
The New York Giants sideline looks stunned.
The 7, Philadelphia.
I tell you, Tony, I'm stunned too. I didn't expect this type of first half from the Eagles or the Giants defense. Jeremy Macklin, he's a rookie, just goes up and gets the ball, puts himself in a good position against Corey Webster. He's got the inside spot. Donovan McNabb, who was criticized for his accuracy last Monday night, has been phenomenal this afternoon. I mean, the accuracy and the placement of his passes the entire half. I mean, it's either Jeremy Macklin or it's incomplete. Corey Webster has no chance to make a play on that ball.
Third touchdown pass of this first half for McNabb.
I tell you, he's got so many weapons to work with, and he's doing a great job of spreading the ball around.
So the Eagles have scored touchdowns following both Manning interceptions. How about this? The 4 Eagles touchdown drives have averaged 47 seconds.
They are so explosive with the personnel they have on offense.
Quick strikes It scored following 2 turnovers and 2 big returns on special teams. Here's Hickson out across the 30 to the 32. .42 seconds remaining. First half coming up. The Visa halftime report with Kurt, Terry, Howie, Michael, and Jimmy. They will have scores and highlights, and the Fox Sports Ticker will have all the latest stats. That's coming up on the Visa halftime report.
I just go back to when we did the Giants-Kansas City game, and it was right after Kansas City had played Philadelphia, and just remembering how Todd Haley was talked about the skill positions that that offense can throw at you. He said it was so difficult for us to match up with their personnel all afternoon. Giants finding that out this afternoon themselves.
First and 10 from the 32-yard line. Manning rolling right. Now he throws left, and the catch is made by Jacobs. Jacobs is tackled at the line of scrimmage by Sean Jones. Officially a loss of 1 on the play, as he did not get back to the line, and now the Giants use their second timeout. A look at Macklin and Jackson. They scored the last 2 Eagles touchdowns in a span of 52 seconds. Giants, after the 2-minute warning, cut the Eagles' lead to 16-7. So there have been 3 touchdowns scored in this game since the 2-minute warning. We have 28 seconds remaining in the half.
Well, that says it all right there. I mean, Eli got off to a slow start, had a nice drive, and got into a little bit of a rhythm, as you pointed out, Kenny. They got it to 16-7. You know, some positive things to build going into half, but then this Eagles offense just exploded for 2 quick touchdowns.
That's one thing that the numbers don't show you is the momentum that this Eagle team has right now.
Second down and 11. Another high throw by Manning. Looking for the tight end, Boss.
But that high throw down the middle is fine because there's nobody back there playing center field. You know, if he overthrows Kevin Boss, it's just going to go onto the ground, and it's going to be okay. It was the other one that got him into trouble when he had that safety back there playing center field.
Giants have now allowed 102 points in the last 10 quarters. 48 in New Orleans, including 34 in the first half. 24 last week. 30 so far today. Third down and 11. Here's Jacobs, penalty flag. Jacobs a first down. Tackled at the 47-yard line by Demps. Flag back at the 26.
Holding, number 69, offense, 10-yard penalty. Repeat third down.
Rich, is it Seibert or Soibert? He told us yesterday. His mom says Seibert, but he says Soibert.
And he says he doesn't care what you call him. That was the biggest thing.
As long as you don't call him for a penalty.
That's
as
right.
Carl Jeffers just did. So now 16 seconds remaining. Second quarter, third down and 21. Giants keep it on the ground with Jacobs. Jacobs to the 32. Sean Jones made the tackle. Eagles use their final timeout. So to recap once again, Eagles led 16-0. Giants scored on the first play following the 2-minute warning. Eli Manning to Kevin Boss. The Visa halftime is coming up with Kurt, Terry, Howie, Michael, and Jimmy. Following the Giants touchdown, a big return by Ellis Hobbs, then 54 yards from McNabb to Jackson. Manning intercepted by Demps. Hit Jeremy Macklin for a touchdown. The Eagles lead by 23.
Well, they got Deshaun Jackson back there on this punt return. That's why the timeout goes.
Eagles. Jackson from the 26. Jackson, 2 career punt return touchdowns. Forced out of bounds in
Almost a
Giants
smart
territory.
play. Almost a smart play. Almost got out in time.
But time runs out. And that will do it for the first half in Philadelphia. not a half to remember for Eli Manning and the New York Giants. Eagles lead 30-7 at the half. The Visa halftime report is coming up next.
Visa debit is easier than cash. More people go with Visa.
Back in Philadelphia, now it's time for key Yellow Book moments to look for.
Well, for the Philadelphia Eagles, keep the pedal to the metal. Don't let up. Don't change the way you played that first half. The Giants have the ability to get back if somebody makes a play. I mean, somebody step up and make a play. Offense, defense, special teams, anywhere. You've gotten hammered in all three phases in the first half.
This is the 153rd all-time meeting between these rivals dating back to 1933. It's the first time the Eagles have ever scored at least 30 points in the first half against the Giants. So with the Eagles leading 30-7, the second half is underway as Akers' kickoff is taken out of the end zone by Hickson. And Hickson loses the football. Looks like the Eagles have it.
I did say for the Giants to make the play, didn't I, Kenny?
The nightmare continues for the New York Giants. Their special teams coach, Tom Quinn.
Oh, he's got it in the outside arm. Oh, boy, he dropped it. He didn't even get... It wasn't even on contact. He was trying to switch hands.
Recovered by Moses Foku, the rookie 7th-round draft pick out of Maryland.
Well, the Eagles have kept the pedal to the metal, Moose, so far. They just got the momentum swing again coming out of the second half, and let's see what they do with it now.
Goose, 4th time the Eagles start a drive today in Giants territory. From the New York 21, the pass is batted at the line, incomplete. Looked like Fred Robbins again.
That's the third batted ball from the line of scrimmage that the Giants have had. They're going to turn one of those into a turnover. Before this game is over, that's a prediction that I have. One of those balls are going to get tipped into the air, and they're going to have a turnover because they're doing such a good job on the line of scrimmage of getting their hands up.
That's about the only thing they're doing well.
Yeah.
We'll take it to the bank, Tony. 2nd and 10. From the 21. McCoy brought down by C.C. Brown. LaShawn McCoy gains 4. In case you joined us late, Eagles without Brian Westbrook suffered a concussion on Monday night down in our nation's capital. The fullback, Leonard Weaver, ran 41 yards for the game's first touchdown. Then an Asante Samuel interception. McNabb hit Brent Selleck. Extra point was blocked 13-0 in the first 4 minutes. Giants cut it to 16-7 late in the first half, but then the Eagles scored 2 more touchdowns. Donovan McNabb 3 touchdown passes in the first half. 3rd down and 6. There it is, Tony. Number 4.
If they don't get that one, they're not going to get one. I mean, that one sat up in the air, right around everybody.
Yeah, they brought the pressure again. They brought 6 guys on the line of scrimmage. Watch the defensive lineman. They got Justin Tuck down inside. They switch a little bit. Cofield again, getting that hand up.
So now David Akers, who hit from 30 earlier, will attempt a 35-yard field goal. Dominic Hickson fumbled the football during the opening kickoff return here in the second half, and the Eagles able to score 3.
Game on Fox is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Go to southwest.com, grab your bag, it's on. By AT&T, your world delivered. By Walmart, save money, live better, Walmart. And by McDonald's.
Back in Philadelphia on a 54-degree afternoon with the Eagles now leading the Giants 33-7.
And the weather's just getting better and better down here on the field. It's breaking up that north end zone. Be a nice night tonight for baseball.
after the hour and 20-minute rain delay last night prior to Game 3. Here's Hickson, who fumbled moments ago. Hickson down at the 23-yard line. Well, it was smooth sailing for the New York Giants. They started the season 5-0, losses to New Orleans and Arizona the last 2 weeks, and now this.
I think that's one of the things that is happening. You heard Jimmy Johnson talk about it at the halftime show. New Orleans may have shown how to beat this Giant defense, and they can match up similar to what Philadelphia does. A lot of playmakers on the outside, a very hot quarterback in New Orleans with Drew Brees. Kind of the same thing we're seeing here today. Donovan McNabb is on fire right now. He's getting the ball to all his playmakers on the outside, and this Giants defense is in a quandary of whether to bring pressure and leave their secondary in man-to-man situations or just rush 4 and kind of play it safe. So I don't know what they're going to do in the second half defensively, but this offense has got to do something. Eli Manning has got to start making some plays down the field, and his receivers have to go up and do it. Everybody's got to chip in. The only good thing you can say right now, it's not 37-7. You know, their defense on that turnover after the kickoff held Philadelphia to a field goal.
Brandon Jacobs gained 3 on first down, now 2nd and 7. Manning can't find anyone. Penalty flag. Now Manning throwing downfield, and Hakeem Nicks is another flag as Nicks makes the catch inside the Eagles' 40. So 2 flags on the play.
Looks like they're going to be offsetting penalties.
There are fouls by both teams on the play. Holding number 27 of the offense, pass interference, defense. Those fouls offset. 2nd down.
So Brandon Jacobs, the hold, and then a pass interference call against the Eagles downfield.
Brandon Jacobs working against Trent Cole. He's got to get to the line of scrimmage a little bit quicker. You can't let Trent Cole get that much momentum. And then just nothing going right for the New York Giants offense. On a broken play, they finally get something downfield, but it's, as Tony pointed out, offsetting penalties. We'll do 2nd down over again.
2nd and 7. Giants from their own 25. They give to Jacobs. Jacobs gains 3 down to the 28-yard line. Jaquay Parker made the tackle.
I've been involved in these types of games where you're down big in the second half, and you don't abandon your game plan, but you do have to play an up-tempo game, and it'll be interesting to see how this Giant offense does that, because, you know, we talked about it in the first half. Eli Manning is very methodical, trying to make sure his offense has got everything protected, trying to get to that right play. You kind of have to just pick up your pace, pick up your tempo now, more important than anything, as opposed to trying to find that perfect play.
3rd down and 4. Manning to Smith for a Giants 1st down out of the 36. Steve Smith coming into the game 2nd in the league in receptions, 3rd in yards. 4 catches today. Smith split to the left. Bradshaw in the backfield. 1st and 10 from the 35. Off the play fake. Manning to Boss. And Kevin Boss, who scored the Giants touchdown earlier, gains 30 down to the Eagles' 35-yard line.
Kevin Boss does a good job of getting into an area where Eli can get it over the linebacker and in front of the safety. Will Witherspoon just a couple inches short from getting a fingertip on that ball. Kevin Boss, I mean, he needs to invest in a hot tub because he takes so many hits during the course. He has got to be so sore on Sunday nights and Monday.
Took a big hit last Sunday night. Bradshaw down to the 33, gain of 2.
I don't know if it's just telegraphing it, but the Giants' run game is just non-existent right now. I mean, the Eagles are so tuned in to when it's going to be a run and when it's going to be a pass. The run game is just there's nothing there. I mean, they're leading guys through, they're pulling guys, they're motioning guys, moving them all over the place, trying to open something up, but that Eagles defense is just tuned right into what they're doing.
Three wide receivers set from the 33 on 2nd down and 8. Inside handoff to Bradshaw. And Bradshaw inside the 30 to the 29. Gain of 4 yards for Ahmad Bradshaw.
It'll be interesting to see what defensive coordinator Sean McDermott does for Philadelphia, Tony. In this situation, you've got the big lead. Do you continue to play it like you did in the first half? You keep bringing that pressure?
I think you bring the pressure and just be alert where Boss is going to be, because he's the main target over the middle.
They're down and 4. Manning not looking Boss's way that time. Steve Smith was the intended receiver.
Well, they're bringing the pressure right here, and I guess the Eagles have seen the Giants go and put their hand up all day. Now they get a tip ball.
Will Witherspoon got a hand on it. Giants leave the offense on the field on 4th down.
He's changing the play at 4 seconds.
Giants must get to the 25. Manning for Smith, off his hands.
You cannot make a better throw than Eli Manning made on that pass. There's double coverage, and he drops it right into Steve Smith, and he doesn't make the play.
Double coverage from Osaleo Hansen and Quentin Demps. Eagles will take over on downs.
There have been many versions of the social greeting. The fist bump has been thrust into and out of vogue. The low five was cool for a while. The chest bump had its day, as did the outlaw, the forearm grasp, and the point and go. In certain circles, the headbutt, and of course, the bro hug double back tap combo. But one greeting stands the test of time, with a beer that starts with full flavor and ends with a crisp, clean finish. It's what we do. Budweiser. Rated M for mature.
We are blessed warriors. We are tormented by pain. We are filled with wicked powers. I am a Grey Warden. Together we will make our stand. Together we will save this world. Dragon Age Origins. Not every hero is pure.
Fact, it's got more beef than a fried McDonald's double cheeseburger. We think it's got more taste too, but that's more like an opinion. The quarter-pound double cheeseburger, bigger than McDonald's and now just $1, only at Burger King.
Now you can fill the air with unlimited talk and text with AT&T GoPhone. Just $60 a month on the nationwide network you can trust.
Giants defensive coordinator Bill Sheridan, and the numbers over the last 3 games.
Not very pretty for that Giants defense.
Eagles leading 33-7. Start from their own 29-yard line. LaShawn McCoy. C.C. Brown makes the tackle after a gain of 7.
And the reason we have those numbers against this Giant defense in the passing game is twofold. Number one, in the secondary, Aaron Ross is out. He's been out all year. And Kenny Phillips went on to IR. And those are 2 big losses. But also up front, O.C. Umenyiora is not back, in my opinion, to the form he was. He still doesn't have that confidence. He's not 100% from his ACL recovery. Justin Tuck has got a bad shoulder, so they're not being able to generate the pressure. I think they're concerned about leaving the guys on the back end one-on-one situations even when they want to.
Second down and 3 with McCoy split out to the left. McNabb fires out to the 43-yard line, and the catch is made by Macklin for an Eagles first down.
And a lot of the pressure the Giants have had is bringing Justin Tuck to the inside move, something that they aren't able to do because he has that shoulder injury. You know, when you line him up on a guard or a center, and you know that that player is gonna have the one-on-one, and he's gonna have a one-on-one right there, and you have a great possibility of getting some pressure. They're not able to do that anymore because of that shoulder.
Tuck injured week 2 in Dallas when he was tripped by Flozell Adams. Here's McCoy up the middle, found a big hole, and takes it into Giants territory. So Leonard Weaver, who broke through for the 41-yard touchdown in the first quarter, able to gain 17.
It's easy to mistake a fullback for a scat back, Kenny. Don't worry about that. I mean, a lot of people do that. I got confused with Emmitt Smith on several occasions.
Well, McCoy's been all over the place. We saw him split to the left, and now he's in Weaver's body.
Look at Weaver doing a great job of getting skinny and finding a little crease and plowing through downfield, baby. 6 rushes today.
Off the play fake, McNabb in trouble. He was hit from behind, and it's scooped up by Robbins.
Oh, what a heady play.
And it will be taken in by Osi Umenyiora. A sack, forced fumble, and a Giants touchdown.
Maybe that's the big play they needed, Moose, to get this thing turned around a little bit.
Well, they need to do somebody had to do something. I want to get this group out there and get this kick done as fast as I can, though.
Big man in the middle. Sees a littler man with more speed, just shovels it right off.
Andy Reid has the flag in his right hand. There he goes. Reid is going to challenge.
Philadelphia is challenging the ruling on the field that the ball was fumbled. We'll review the play.
Was that arm coming forward? It was going backwards. Don't know if it got forward. Taking a look at the play in the review, what we definitely have is a fumble. Donovan McNabb did not get his arm coming forward, so it is going to be a fumble, but now everything is open to review on this play. The other thing we have to take a look at is, does Fred Robbins lateral this ball backward to Osi Umenyiora? He's at about the 38, 37 probably as his foot comes down, maybe 36. And then Osi's catching it kind of at the 35. So that's going to be the big question. Does it stay as a touchdown, or is it going to be 1st and 10?
It was ruled a touchdown on the field, so there must be indisputable visual evidence to overturn either part of the play.
It sure looks like Fred Robbins got it backwards to Osi Umenyiora.
Yeah, it does. It was a heads-up play by Robbins.
It really was. It really was.
I don't know if he was worried about having to run all the way to the end zone, or he just saw Osi Umenyiora out on the outside and says, you take it.
After review, it is a fumble. There was also an illegal forward pass at the 37-yard line. That's a reviewable aspect of the play. Philadelphia will not be charged with a timeout. There will be a 5-yard penalty. 1st and 10, Giants.
No touchdown. You see Osi's eyes? Did you see his reaction?
Yeah. And here's, it sure looks like it goes backwards, but on that angle right there, it definitely looks like it goes forward. From, when we were up in our booth and then some of those angles, it really looked like Fred Robbins did a great job of rotating his body and getting it backwards. Angle showed that it, if anything,
well, it's where he let go of the ball and where Osi caught it.
What? You taking my touchdown away?
Yeah, he's mad.
It would have been Umenyiora's 2nd touchdown of the season. Giants lose the touchdown. Will take over at the Eagles 42. So the sack by Bruce Johnson, recovery by Robbins. And now the Giants in Eagles territory. Manning down to the 28-yard line to Steve Smith.
There's such a difference in what we see from Philadelphia's passing attack as to what we see from New York's. Philadelphia has guys running free in the secondary. It seems like every throw that Eli makes is being challenged by an Eagle defender. And when he catches it, there's not a lot of opportunity for him to do much afterwards.
From the Eagles 28, this is Bradshaw. Bradshaw inside the 25, gain of 4. Will Witherspoon made the tackle.
Yeah, just you're running out of time at this point. I mean, we're at inside 6:30 to go in the third quarter, and being down by 26, there's got to be an increase in the tempo, getting in and out of the huddle and to the line of scrimmage and after each play.
Second and 6, this is Bradshaw. And he's tackled by Sean Jones. No gain on the play.
And Sean Jones has had a nice game this afternoon. He had a big kind of tempo-setting hit on Brandon Jacobs early in the game. Stayed up on him, took him chest to chest. Here he comes off the top there, number 26. Coming in, just working down the line. I mean, when they have given him the opportunity to blitz, he's done a great job of continuing to move down and make tackles. Nice game.
Go down in 6, Giants must get to the 18. Manning under pressure, had it sail away, and now the Giants facing a 4th down and 6, and they will send out the field goal unit.
Defense does a good job of just bringing the offensive lineman right back into Eli's face. Look at him just driving everybody right back. Eli has nowhere to go and step up, right back into him. He can't release the ball. He can't go and get anything behind it, and that's what happens. The bull rush is just as good as a good move on the offensive lineman when you're in a situation like that.
So Lawrence Times from the left hash out to attempt a 42-yard field goal. The kick by Times is good. Giants thought they had a touchdown. Play was overturned. They have to settle for 3. Just over 5 minutes remaining, third quarter here in Philadelphia. Eagles leading the Giants on Fox 33-10. Coming up tonight on Fox from just across the street. Game 4 of the World Series. Jason Babin unable to field the short kick, and the Giants have recovered. Wow.
Go ahead, Moose, you can say it. What is a defensive end trying to catch a football on a kickoff for?
Well, you didn't have your onside kick team out there, so you got your regular team, but you alert everybody. And one of the things you have to alert them for is the fact that, number one, we haven't covered a kick all day long. So, you know, the chances are you're not going to get it all the way back to your deep return guys. So they do a little pooch kick. You get it to a defensive end. He doesn't catch the ball clean, and it's on the ground.
Recovered by Kevin Dockery. So the Giants with a 1st and 10 from the Eagles' 23-yard line. Giants with a chance to pull within 2 scores with a touchdown on this drive. Manning to Hakeem Nicks. And Nicks tackled by Sheldon Brown after a gain of 4 yards.
Sheldon Brown with the stop.
Well, we asked for somebody to step up and make a play. We've had a couple so far. Fred Robbins and Osi Umenyiora almost team up together to get a defensive touchdown. They get 3 points out of that one, and then special teams comes up right after that, generates another possession for this offense. They've got to have 7 on this one. They cannot kick a field goal.
3 wide receivers, Smith in the slot. 2nd down and 6. Jacobs down to the 14, gain of 4. We check in with Kirk.
And Tony Romo having a special day, hooking up with Miles Austin on the 3-yard touchdown. Romo's got 3 TD passes today to 3 different wide receivers. Herb, Roy Williams, that one to Austin, made it 28-10 over Seattle. Getting loose and goose.
All right, thanks, Kurt. Kevin Boss, who's had a nice game, injured on the last play.
Oh, he got rolled up. I could actually hear it all the way up here in the booth as he got rolled up right there. Number 89, you see Jose Hansen just kind of rolling into the leg, and then he gets bent back awkwardly.
Now, Moose, you mentioned it earlier, the hits that kid Boss takes and how he just comes back from little injuries constantly. I'll tell you what, that's one tough tight end right there, and a big target for Eli. If he's out, it's going to make a difference in this game.
Well, you pointed out, Tony, the guy that's been productive for this Giants offense has been Kevin Boss, and they are not real good in the red zone scoring touchdowns. And without Kevin Boss, it's even going to make it more difficult because he was one of your big targets. You could get isolated.
Kevin Booth is checked in as an extra blocker. Brandon Jacobs picks up a 1st down. Gains 4 down to the Eagles' 10-yard line.
But again, I mean, you're down 23. I mean, there's just not that, hey, come on, guys, let's get in the huddle,
No sense of urgency whatsoever.
I mean, the Eagles are content to let all these piles unfold real slow.
You know, I know it's the 3rd quarter, but it's a lot of points. I mean, you got to get some big plays against a defense that's playing really well, and you're running the ball for 2 yards here and there. I don't see anything creative coming out of the Giants sideline right now as far as plays. You know, whether it's a screen, a draw, something to go and keep that momentum rolling.
Here's Jacobs on 1st down. Jacobs gains 3 down to the 8-yard line.
And Brandon's running hard, but it's just 2 3-yard gains each time.
It's like having a par 5 and just using your sand wedge. You know, you need to get that driver out, man.
See what Kevin Gilbride has up his sleeve. 2nd down and 7, under 3 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. 3 wide receivers. Jacobs in the backfield. Play clock at 4. Again, it's Jacobs. And Jacobs takes it down to the 2-yard line.
You know, the end of the 1st half with Philadelphia's offense out there, you might expect them to be a little methodical as they try to extend their lead, and yet they're very aggressive with their play calling. They scored 2 touchdowns right away to end that 1st half. And here we are in this situation. We haven't seen that same kind of aggressive play calling that Tony mentioned. Nothing creative, nothing to change up what's going on. And if you want to spend, 4 minutes driving down the field when you're down 23, I think the Eagles are going to be very content to let that happen.
Play clock at 11 as the Giants finally break the huddle. Now at 5. 3rd down and 1. Jacobs. And it looks like Jacobs has picked up the 1st down. He did. So a new set of downs for the Giants with 1.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
Jeremiah Trotter gets right into the backfield. He's in the backfield. He hits the fullback in the backfield, but doesn't wrap up and doesn't get help. That gives Brandon Jacobs a chance to go and get that 1st down.
That was a good hard run by Brandon Jacobs.
Yes, it was.
There was nothing there. He got that 1st down on his own.
Darcy Johnson in at tight end for Kevin Boss. His return is probable. Manning throws it out of the end zone.
Kevin Boss snuck in there in the back of the end zone there on you, Kenny. Didn't even alert you that he was coming back in. But they tried to get the ball to him, but not a good throw by Eli. Looked like it was almost thrown away.
Moss came back in on that play. Giants with 2 tight ends on the field. 2nd and goal. Bradshaw, touchdown.
Well, they keep plugging away. We'll see if we'll see what happens after this transaction. But I don't know, Goose. You know, you got the ball with right around a little over 5 minutes to go on that drive. It took you 4 minutes to go, to go about 28 yards.
Well, we better see a little bit of a different pace here in the 4th quarter with the Giants on offense.
Tynes adding the extra point. 4th touchdown run of the season for Bradshaw. Giants are within 2 scores.
Hi there, I'm Jack. And a while back, I got an idea right in there. You know what it was? Make my PC simpler. So what did I do? I passed it along to Microsoft. Next thing you know, Windows 7 and this new Snap feature. Now, if I'm working at 2 things at once, I just drag this over here, Snap. Simpler. Pretty much exactly what I told him. I mean, I'm not trying to take all the credit.
He called his mother.
Of course I called her. She needed to know this. I'm a PC, and Windows 7 was my idea.
Coach Ditka, it's hot up here, and we're out of cold Coors Light. What do we do?
Go get it!
Great idea, but we've only got $10.
What do you want, 11? What do you want, 11?
We need more than that.
Ditka's wallet!
And we got it. We just found your wallet. We'll just use a credit card for the cold Coors Light.
Hey! 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 Hey!
Frost Brewed Coors Light, official beer sponsor of the NFL.
Coach, I just bought a Coors Light t-shirt. What do you think?
Hey, no stretch there, baby. No stretch there.
It's a little snug.
Cobalt tools are so tough you'll never have to stop working.
Hey, dude. What are you doing now, Jimmy?
Wiring, Chad. Cobalt, the next generation of tough tools. Available exclusively at Lowe's.
I'm here with Troy Polamalu. Tell us about the goal line stand.
Well, I owe my great hair to Head & Shoulders. It's for more than just dandruff.
That's not what I asked, Troy.
Isn't it?
No.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Head & Shoulders, 7 benefits, 1 bottle.
Giants capitalize on the Eagles' turnover. 8 plays, 23 yards. It's now a 16-point game.
Well, they have Alex Smith, a tight end, in the position that
Babin was
in on the last one. Jason Babin, I think, is on the side this time, and the tight end is out there, just in case.
You had a look at the largest deficit overcome by the Giants since 1950. 20 points. Penalty marker on the return by Hobbs.
During the return, holding number 53 on the return team. 10-yard penalty. First down, Philadelphia.
That's on Foku.
Well, the Philadelphia Eagles are doing everything they can to help out the New York Giants to get back into this game right now.
You know, and talking to Tom Coughlin going into halftime, that's one thing that he was concerned about and wanted to go and fix. He said, our special teams has got to get better. We got to get off blocks. We got to make things happen, and we got to get better field position to go and put our offense in a situation to go and be able to score.
This is a question I have about Philadelphia's offense, too. Obviously, we've seen up until this point in the game that they're a very explosive team. They can score from any position on the field, but can they put together a drive that takes the time off the clock when you're in a situation like this? 16-point lead, getting ready to get into the 4th quarter.
McNabb complete to Deshaun Jackson. Jackson gains 15 out to the 25-yard line.
Well, he's had a heck of an afternoon today, Donovan McNabb. I mean, to bounce back and play at the level he's played at this afternoon with his placement of the ball after how he played last Monday night. I just don't think that this city has ever appreciated how fortunate they are to have a guy like him be their quarterback for over a decade. And this organization to have that consistency and to be able to build around him.
Leonard Weaver. Weaver gaining 3. We're talking about a guy who has helped lead the Eagles to 5 NFC Championship games. And Donovan McNabb, who has thrown 3 touchdown passes today, as the third quarter comes to an end. Fox NFL Sunday will return after these messages and a word from your local Fox station.
The New York Post can't wait for Wanda to take late night into a whole new and very dangerous direction.
I have no idea what that means, but I like it.
The Wanda Sykes Show premieres Saturday on Fox Late Night.
We're full-time Phillies Monday on Good Day.
Welcome back.
Mike and Joanne decided to leave Comcast.
I told them we shouldn't leave.
FiOS said they would be big, but their bill was bigger than they promised.
FiOS was one big headache.
That's why I called Comcast.
At Comcast, we'll hook you up quick and get your whole house set up.
There's so much on demand, especially the network shows.
I love Comcast, and I like my bill a whole lot better.
It's great to be back.
Told you.
Welcome back to Comcast.
Welcome back, welcome back.
Time. It's the one thing you can't get back. And moments, they don't wait for you. We respect just how important your time is. And we understand why you want to make the most of it. At Citizens Bank, our free online banking is now easier and safer than ever. So check all of your balances in one place and pay your bills faster than before. Get more control over your money and even avoid fees with customized alerts. All right at your computer or your phone. And all with complete safety and security. It's easy to set up and easy to use. Giving you time you'll truly cherish. That's something one good citizen does for another.
Back in Philadelphia, Eagles led 33-7. Giants have scored the last 10 points. As we begin the fourth quarter, now 54 degrees in Philadelphia. Less than 5 hours away from first pitch. Game 4 of the World Series tonight on Fox. Yankees and the Phillies. Second down and 7 from the 28 for McNabb. And the Eagles, the catch is made by Jeremy Maclin. Shoved out of bounds by Bruce Johnson after a gain of 6.
McCoy got a little welcome to the NFL by Justin Tuck on that last play. Moose was trying to chip him on the outside, and Justin gave him a little flipper. But I heard something like, welcome to the NFL.
They're down and 1. McCoy. He was welcome to the NFL, Goose.
Now he's saying welcome to the NFL.
He takes it all the way. 66 yards. Welcome to the end zone, LeSean.
Boy, they hit him with a great play call at that time. Everybody had shifted to the Eagles' offensive right. They've got that little ghost, that fake reverse coming around to hold the end from being able to go down the line of scrimmage and squeeze the play. LeSean McCoy is in the secondary in a heartbeat. And then a great effort to get to the end zone. Well, I guess you don't have to grind out the clock, Goose, when you can score from anywhere on the field.
The longest run of McCoy's short career. Now 40-17 Eagles.
Who says lightning never strikes twice? Introducing the supercharged new BlackBerry Storm 2. Wi-Fi enabled, ultra responsive, tons of apps. And because it runs on the network with 5 times more 3G coverage than AT&T, it just may be the perfect storm.
Hey, Jimmy Football here. What's missing from your tailgate party? Tail! Well, not anymore. With the Bud Light Tailgate Companion, now the goods come to you. We didn't make your dog, we just made your dog better.
Now when I want ketchup on my dog, I just call my dog. Thanks, dog.
Thanks, Bud Light.
It's the Bud Light Tailgate Companion, and it's tailgate approved.
Today's game is sponsored by Visa. Visa debit is easier than cash. More people go with Visa. By the newest $5 footlong. Try the spicy buffalo chicken footlong. Subway, eat fresh. And by Bud Light. With the just right taste that's not too heavy, not too light, the difference is drinkability.
A 4-play, 90-yard drive. Eagles started at their own 10. All 5 touchdown drives for the Eagles have been under 2 minutes.
I guess you don't need a 4-minute offense to run that clock out in the later stages of the game.
Big plays on offense. A 41-yard touchdown run by Weaver. 54 yards from McNabb to Jackson. And now the 66-yard run by McCoy. Eagles have also had big plays on special teams. And the interception return by Asante Samuel. Danny Ware on the return for the Giants, playing in only his 3rd game, injured back in week 1.
Well, they had trouble getting lined up. There's Jamal Jackson, your center, right here. So that's where the line splits. But look how many Giants they have on this side of the ball. They really don't have anybody on the backside there. And this is where the play hits. Just having the right play called at the right time. The Giants have a little bit of trouble getting lined up. And LaShawn McCoy is off for a touchdown.
Sean McCoy does a great job of identifying where that cutback lane is. Tell you, when we talked to him, and he said he learned a lot from Brian Westbrook. He picks up things pretty quick, Bruce.
Giants with an empty backfield. Manning to Nix. And Hakeem Nicks is going to make something out of nothing as he gains 7 out to the 29.
And he ran a long way for 7 yards. He goes to the outside. He has a screen right here. He comes. Boom. The ball goes up in the air. Recovers it. Runs another 40 yards all the way to the other side. Asante Samuel's nice hit. Way to lower the shoulder. Hits the ball. Gets the ball popped right up. Seen that ball out a lot today with tip balls and balls on the ground. More than we've ever seen, I think, Darryl.
Second down and 3, low snap. Manning complete to Smith for a Giants first down. Gain of 8 as we check in with Kurt Menefee.
And for the first time, Brett Favre takes Lambeau Field as a visitor. Here he is going out for warm-ups moments ago. Game 2 of our doubleheader should be interesting. Kenny?
You think you went to the right locker room?
That's the first time we cut to L.A. for an arrival to a stadium, huh? How about that one?
And we heard the boos. Brett Favre, 89 career wins at Lambeau Field. First and 10 from the 37. Inside handoff to Bradshaw. And Ahmad is tripped up after a gain of 3 by Trent Cole.
Well, when we started the broadcast today, we wanted to know who we were going to see this afternoon. Are we going to see the Giants team that started out 5-0 or the Giants team that has lost 2 straight games? And, you know, it's been some of the same issues that they've had over the last couple of weeks that has put them in this position. And conversely, the Philadelphia Eagles, you know, this is a team that, you know, 2 games ago lost to the Oakland Raiders out in Oakland. And now we see what they can be. We can see how explosive this offense can be.
Second and 7. Nice catch by Nix. And Nix picks up a first down, gain of 7 on the play.
You talked about it earlier, Dal, about the way that Eli throws into coverage. Nix was double covered. If you watch him on the outside here, Eli goes and sees them, 2 guys right around him, boom. And he makes 2 guys miss and gets the first down.
The Eagles have done a great job defensively. Every throw has been challenged. I mean, it has not been easy at all for the Giant wide receivers. And you look at the other side, and the Eagles wide receivers are running free through the secondary.
Nix snatched that one away from the linebacker, Hakeem Jordan. Eli dragged down, flags. Jason Babin, 3 flags come in. Jason Babin.
Don't even touch the quarterback. I mean, don't even let him run out of bounds by himself.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, horse collar tackle. Number 94 of the defense. 15 yards will be added to the end of the run. Automatic first down.
And it looked like Eli was already out of bounds when he was horse collared by Babin.
It looks like he grabs the shirt. You know, he doesn't even get the hand in the collar.
Well, it's the style of tackle right now, because that penalty is supposed to also include directly yanking the player to the ground. And Jason Babin doesn't really have that big yank to it, but I agree with your first point, Tony. He's going to run out of bounds. Just let him go. Don't give him 15 more yards.
From the 29, the screen to Derek Hagan. And Hagan winds up losing a yard on the play as Babin makes the tackle. You know, we've talked a lot about Eli trying to get into position for the perfect play and letting the play clock wind down, but in a situation like this with the Giants leading by 23, does there need to be more of a sense of urgency to try and get the snap off a lot quicker?
Absolutely. I mean, going back into the middle of the third quarter, there needed to be more urgency. They've never had that tempo that they needed when they fell behind big.
Second down and 11, it's Bradshaw. And Bradshaw tackled at the 29-yard line by Will Witherspoon, a gain of just 1.
Wow, Will Witherspoon just identifies that right off the bat. Nice scrape to the outside, just makes the tackle. I mean, for a guy who's only been here 1 week, they put a lot of pressure on Will Witherspoon to learn this defense and get everybody lined up. And I don't think people know how important it is, Darryl. It's almost like having a quarterback come up off the street that doesn't know anything about your offense and expect him to go out there and run a complete offense. That's what a middle linebacker is to a defense.
Third down and 10. Manning to the end zone. Moss, incomplete.
For one of the very few times today, we've seen a Giant receiver in the secondary really kind of have an opportunity to run in some open space. Sonoris Moss versus Sheldon Brown gets it turned around immediately, and then just out of sync, quarterback wide receiver. Needed to have that ball on the inside. I don't think the safety was going to be able to make a play on that.
Lawrence Tynes in from 42 earlier. This a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Fiegels puts it down, and the kick by Tynes is wide to the left.
More special teams issues for Tom Coughlin and his New York Giants.
We don't do this, or this for just any old sport. No, we only do this for football. And Visa Debit helps fans everywhere make the most of it. More people go with Visa.
Taco Bell's fully loaded nachos, piled high with toppings like seasoned beef and nacho cheese sauce, so there's never a naked chip. And for $1 more, grab an extra large drink and make it a fully loaded deal. Think outside the bun.
Holy.
We have to save what we can, and we have to move now!
The government is building these ships. People have the right to fight for their lives. Hang on! routine.
This is weak, man. Frank's trying to not pay me my winnings for the Skins beatdown I just issued him because his 401k's tanking. It's like, dude, you got to grab the reins, man. Get E-Trade, do some analytics, do some research, and take charge so I don't have to subsidize your lack of golfing skills.
But on the night total, you moved your ball.
Frank, it was on the cart path. Why don't you try reading the rules, Shankopotamus?
Take control with one of the most powerful investing machines there is. Join the 1,000 new accounts a day at E-Trade.
Fox Thursday, Bones returns with the strangest case yet.
Half man, half chicken.
And it's gonna get messy. A new Bones. Then
there was a shadow man.
This thing passes through victims
and disintegrates them in the process.
A new Fringe. It all starts Thursday at 8/7 Central on Fox.
Well, the Giants on their way to their third consecutive defeat. After starting the season 5-0, Eagles with a 40-17 lead. Eagles start from their own 37. On first down, McCoy out of the backfield by Danny Clark, a loss of 2.
And really a tough spot right now for the New York Giants. I think after the Saints game, they could explain some things away. Then after Arizona got a little bit tougher. After this Eagles loss, I think that there's going to be some big questions that need to be answered.
Well, it's going to be a lot of film. You got 3 weeks of film that has given them trouble. 3 teams that now the teams down the road are going to go and analyze and find out what problems they have in what situation, and they're just going to keep seeing them over and over again until they stop them.
Here's McCoy on 2nd and 12, runs into Clark once again. No gain on the play, so 3rd down and 12 coming, and the schedule does not get any easier for the Giants. They will host San Diego next week. Then their bye week. Atlanta will visit the Meadowlands in 3 weeks. And then 4 days later on Thanksgiving night, Giants will be in Denver.
That's tough. That's a tough upcoming schedule. San Diego can throw the ball. Like you said, Tony, you know they're going to take a long, hard look at these past 3 games.
3rd down and 12. McNabb to Selleck. Breaks free from the attempted tackle by Terrell Thomas and picks up a 1st down. Had Thomas stopped him, Eagles would have been forced to punt.
Great effort by Brent Selleck on this play because he is stopped short. I mean, Terrell Thomas has got him right there. What an awful tackle. Just an awful tackle.
We've seen awful tackles from the Giants all day. I think that Philadelphia fan base here in the stands, they're chanting, "Let's go Phillies." I think they've already chalked up a W for this game.
Weaver. Umanura makes the tackle. New York and Philadelphia split 2 last night. Yankees winning game 3 of the World Series. 76ers beat the Knicks in overtime in New York. Phillies winning this game 40-17. World Series game 4. CC Sabathia and Joe Blanton later tonight. As the World Series extends into the month of November. For the first time since 2001, when there were 3 World Series games played in November. Yankees with a 2-1 lead. Phillies looking to defend their title. 2nd down and 8. McNabb complete to Jason Avant for a gain of 4. Up next for Andy Reid and the Eagles, the Dallas Cowboys here at home next Sunday, and then they will travel out to San Diego to meet the Chargers in 2 weeks.
They both have some tough games coming up, and both the beginning schedules for the Giants and the Eagles was supposed to put them in this position where they should have been on top of the NFC East with a nice schedule. A couple of bumps in the road for each of them. But we learned a lot today. We learned that Philadelphia, when when they get things rolling, they're going to be tough to defend by anybody in the NFL. And unfortunately for the Giants, they've got some big questions they have to get answered.
False start, number 76, offense, 5-yard penalty, remains third down.
That's Stacey Andrews. Both the Giants and the Eagles over their first 5 games faced Tampa Bay, Kansas City, and Oakland. Giants beat all 3. The Eagles, of course, lost that game in Oakland 13-9 and then bounced back with a win over the Redskins last week.
I mean, how good could the Phillies be when Brian Westbrook gets back, Bush? The Eagles, I mean. The Phillies. I'm looking at everybody's chanting Phillies around here.
I think somebody else has got a game already decided. This one's already over with.
You finish this game up. I'm going to the baseball game.
The screen, and McCoy able to pull it in, but he's hit back at the 42-yard line. I'm shocked that it's taken this long for one of us to mix up the Phillies and the Eagles as we approach 5 minutes remaining.
We almost got through it clean.
So let me ask that question again. How good could these Eagles be with Brian Westbrook back in the lineup?
It's just one more weapon in the arsenal.
Oh, man.
Three, two, one.
From the CTS, the most acclaimed vehicle in its class for the last 2 years. Now comes the CTS Sport Wagon. Its technology and performance rivals the Europeans. Its bold design steers clear of the luxury default button. And it could only have come from one place.
America, we have reignition.
Friday, Ebenezer Scrooge has a special gift just for you.
Nothing.
Jim Carrey is Scrooge.
You will be haunted by 3 spirits. I'd rather not.
This Friday, the classic tale becomes a 3D adventure like nothing you've ever seen. From the director of Forrest Gump and the Polar Express. Disney's A Christmas Carol, rated PG, in Disney Digital 3D and IMAX.
And we are HTC.
Sure, they've got a game, but we've got a monopoly on flame-broiled taste. The quarter-pound BK Double Cheeseburger. More beef than McDonald's for just $1. So you don't need to own any hotels to afford one. Only at Burger King.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Cadillac.
Eagles lead the Giants 40-17. Sal Varaka punting for only the 2nd time today. He had a beauty earlier, 55 yards. And this one is taken by Sonoris Moss at the 11. And he returns it out to the 27-yard line. There is a flag.
There are holding fouls by both teams on the play. Holding on the offense, holding on the defense. Those fouls will offset. Replay 4th down.
So they will do it again. Big plays. The big story for the Eagles today.
Oh, without a doubt, and it started right at the beginning of the game. The opening kickoff, run back, and they go 60 yards in 3 plays on that opening series with Leonard Weaver getting the 41-yard touchdown run, and that was just a sampling of what was to come. And, you know, right at the end of the half, the Giants had gotten it to 16-7, and Philadelphia scores twice before halftime to pull out to 30-7, and really they really took control of the game at that point.
Don't forget the 2 big returns on special teams. Corey Webster back deep now for the Giants from the 12. Tackled at the 19 by Demps and White.
A Yellow Book moment is about to happen. When you need something on a moment's notice, that's a Yellow Book moment. Go to yellowbook.com to get the information you need.
Darcy, no. Sorry.
The moment you need it, Yellow Book it at yellowbook.com.
Two feared pass rushers, Michael Strahan and Justin Tuck, and Jared.
To celebrate Subway continuing their famous $5 footlong, I thought it'd be nice if we all sang the $5 footlong song.
$5 footlong. It's growing strong, growing strong. Celebrate with our newest $5 footlong buffalo chicken. The spiciest deal around. Get yours, just $5.
Subway, eat fresh.
Sir, debris heading towards our comm satellite. Impact may cut off communications with ground forces.
Launch avoidance maneuver.
$20 kilometers in closing.
Collision averted, sir. All objects are accounted for.
Good job.
Learn more at airforce.com.
The twisted minds behind Family Guy present an all-new special. Say what? Seth and Alex's Almost Live comedy show. 1 week from tonight on Fox.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
World Series Game 4 tonight. CC Sabathia, a huge Oakland Raiders fan. I'm sure he was thrilled about the Raiders win over the Eagles 2 weeks ago. Chase Utley and Deshaun Jackson coming out of the same high school in Long Beach, California. Two star athletes here in the city of Philadelphia. Brandon Jacobs rumbles out to the 41-yard line. Gain of 22.
Well, one thing that hasn't changed much down here, Darryl, is the tempo of the New York Giants. They're on the line of scrimmage, though. This is getting a little bit better.
You know, there's only 4:25 to go now, Tony. You got to get it into gear.
Yeah.
Giants get the snap off with the play clock at 15. Jacobs into Eagles territory. In Philadelphia 45. Gain of 14. Akeem Jordan made the tackle.
Tom Coughlin talked about his team working through the last 2 weeks, and now he's going to have to add another subpar performance to that. So it's going to be interesting to see what they focus on this week. I think there was a lot of issues today. They talked about the Saints game not playing well defensively against the pass, whether it was getting there with the pressure or coverage in the secondary. Last week against Arizona, it was turnovers by the offense and some special teams miscues. But this week, it's been all three. I mean, all three phases kind of fell flat this week. So things actually got worse this afternoon against the Philadelphia Eagles than they got anywhere near being better.
Last catch was made by Hagan. Eli took another hit off the pressure from Parker. Giants down two wide receivers. Hickson, a hip pointer, and Moss has gone in for x-rays on his foot.
Here's that pressure again from that Eagle front four. Eli feeling it all day. You know, sometimes you don't have to get a sack, you know, to go and affect the quarterback and how he's comfortable or not comfortable in the pocket. It could be, you know, just getting around him and having bodies near him where he can't go and extend his arm or move his feet. All those little things, tip balls, that all affects quarterbacks. And they're being comfortable in the pocket.
They're down at 3. Manning complete to Smith for a Giants first down. Tom Coughlin wants them to hurry up to the line.
Too little, too late.
Outside handoff, Jacobs. Jacobs down to the 28. We are under 3 minutes remaining. Tom Coughlin says, let's go, let's go.
Yeah, he's about a quarter and 5 minutes late on giving that signal right there. It's, we talked about it, late in the third quarter, about the sense of urgency that this Giants team needs to have in order to try and get back into this game. But at the pace to go right now, they might as well just take a knee. Let the clock run out.
Manning on 2nd and 8. Eli picks up a first down, steps out of bounds at the 16-yard line with 2:08 remaining. Eagles have scored 40 as we take another look at the last play. First time the Eagles have put up 40 against the Giants since November of '92. They scored 47 in a win at the Meadowlands.
Sean McDermott's done a nice job today, keeping this Giants offense off balance. Every play they've tried to make has been contested.
Another deflected pass.
Talking about Sean McDermott, the one thing that I liked is, in the second quarter when his team was doing really good and keeping the pressure on the Giants, he actually had a meeting on the sideline to just go and say, hey, let's keep this going. Let's not let up. Let's not, give up any more points. Let's keep this momentum on our side. And I thought that was great because you see a lot of coaches when things are going bad go and bring their team up. But I like that Sean, when things were going good, it just reminded them again to keep it going, to keep the pressure on this Giants team.
McDermott, 35 years of age, Goose, his 11th season with the Eagles. Manning attempting a shovel pass, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning here in Philadelphia. Game 1 of this New York-Philadelphia doubleheader. Game 4 of the World Series tonight on Fox. An afternoon to forget for Eli Manning and the Giants. All Eagles here in Philadelphia this afternoon, leading Justin Tuck and the Giants 40-17 as we look forward to the Packers and the Vikings, followed by the OT, and then Game 4, Yankees and Phillies. 3rd down and 10. Manning's pass broken up by Sheldon Brown, intended for Steve Smith.
Well, earlier in the week, Steve Smith said that there was going to be opportunities, and he wouldn't be surprised if he and some of his other fellow receivers were running free behind the secondary of this Philadelphia Eagles team. He felt that they kind of locked onto the eyes of the quarterback and squatted on routes, but we have not seen anything close to that. What I have seen is a Philadelphia secondary that's been in great position and was really, really well prepared to go up against this Giants passing game.
Manning on 4th and 10. Manning to the end zone looking for Kevin Boss. Eagles will take over on downs.
The Eagles take over on downs.
It's just been so hard on Eli today. Every time he's gone downfield, the guys have been pretty well covered. Sean McDermott has to be really, really pleased how his defense has played today.
Vikings and Packers coming up. Brett Favre's return to Lambeau Field, where he won 89 games in baseball. Game 4, Yankees and the Phillies. Here on Fox, Michael Vick. And at quarterback, we saw him pick up a first down earlier. Vick will take a knee. Tremendous job by our entire crew today here in Philadelphia, led by our producer, Barry Landis, director Michael Frank, associate directors Derek Manning and Darren Foster, the associate producer, Chirag Devaskar, our technical producer, David M. Hill, technical director, Chris Castro, the senior producer of Fox Sports is Bill Brown, and the executive producers of Fox Sports are Ed Gorin and David Hill as we play out the final 2 minutes.
And we've talked about all the playmakers on this Philadelphia offense, and we've seen Deshaun Jackson, LaShawn McCoy, Jeremy Maclin today. We talked about how good this offense will be when Brian Westbrook gets back there, and they really haven't even scratched the surface with Michael Vick.
Vick had to get off to Eldra Buckley, who spent a couple of years on the Chargers practice squad.
You got to think at some point, Andy Reid, he's got something in his hip pocket with Michael Vick and this offense, whether it's the Wildcat or Michael playing quarterback in a different fashion. But I don't see Andy Reid bringing Michael Vick into this situation and not having a pretty substantial package that I think we'll see as the season unfolds. Somewhere on that list is the secret to getting Michael Vick in a position to make a plays like Deshaun Jackson and LaShawn McCoy have made today.
Remember when we met with Andy in Indianapolis prior to the Eagles-Colts preseason telecast, and we asked him if he had anything up his sleeve. The Eagles had just signed Vick, and he looked down at his briefcase and said, I have a whole bag full. Buckley out across the 20.
A lot of plays drawn on napkins.
Eagles will raise their record to 5-2. And the Dallas Cowboys will come to Philadelphia next Sunday. Giants will drop to 5-3 after starting this 2009 season. 5-0, 3 consecutive losses to the Saints, the Cardinals, and now the Eagles.
The Eagles go, 2/3 of the way through a tough divisional stretch. Knocked off Washington last week, knocking off the Giants today. Next week they'll try and go for 3 for 3 against the Dallas Cowboys.
Timeout is now taken by the Eagles with 58 seconds remaining. A huge day on Fox continues next. Most of you will see Brett Favre and the Vikings against the Green Bay Packers from Lambeau Field. It's coming up next, followed by the OT and then Game 4 of the World Series. Favre and the Vikings take on the Packers next. Did you ever think you would see the day when Brett Favre returned to Lambeau as a visiting player?
No, especially a Viking. It'd be like Troy Aikman coming to Texas Stadium in Philadelphia Eagle uniform.
And apparently it nearly happened. After Troy had been retired for a couple of years, McNabb suffered an injury, and Andy Reid checked in with Troy Aikman to see if he would in fact be interested in signing with Philadelphia.
Cooler heads prevailed.
Troy, keep that from you, Darryl. Didn't want to upset you.
He told me about it. I told him until I hear it from Andy, I don't believe it.
You once wore a Green Bay Packers helmet in the Pro Bowl.
Well, I had no option at the time. I was not excited to be wearing that style of helmet.
Manning looking for Boss.
Not necessarily the fact that it was a Green Bay helmet. It was more the manufacturer of the helmet.
Your helmet went missing, stolen?
Yeah. The night before, somebody kind of loaded up a laundry cart the night before the game.
I got $600 for that helmet, too.
Yeah, that's the bad part. It was a Super Bowl helmet and everything. Had some good marks on it from the Bills game. Had some nice big red streaks on it. I was bummed out.
It's out there on the black market.
Somebody said that they've actually seen it.
Send Goose out to find it for you. 43 seconds on the clock. Manning to Smith. Tackled by Hobbs. Now down to 30 seconds. Eagles led 13-0 early. Eagles led 30-7 at the half. Giants actually pulled to within 16 points, 2 possessions. As Manning is spun around, down he goes. Antonio Dixon, the rookie out of Miami, with his first sack of the season. And that will do it. Eagles over the Giants 40-17 Eagles 5-2. Donovan McNabb all smiles. 3 touchdown passes today. Giants suffer their 3rd consecutive loss after winning their first 5 games this season. So the first of our New York-Philadelphia doubleheader on Fox. Game 4 of the World Series tonight, Yankees and the Phillies. So for Daryl Johnston and Tony Saragusa, this is Kenny Albert saying so long as we send you to Kurt Menefee in Los Angeles. Kurt?